what can you remember from the previous session?
I died.
Victory.
It was the hairy one. Touch and go.
You died, but you bounced back.
A bounce back. Same.
Take the
To
wind
do
and blow.
murder. Yeah.
We killed the Treespawn Lord.
Yep.
And we finally got a red wand.
As far as you've been told, anyway.
Yeah, well.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, it's got no clue.
It's just blood stained.
Oh, shit.
And you snuck into a room with a one-eyed aberrant in a cage and managed to steal a couple of healing potions and a oil of slipperiness.
Thank goodness we did.
I was going to say that
Yeah.
made the difference.
Yeah.
Literally saved someone's life.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit harder than I expected. But there were perhaps other potions in there that you had to leave behind because you feared the fermenter, as I'm calling it.
Fermenter.
Fermenter? Fomenter?
Environmental.
Fermenter.
Fomentor.
Ooh. It means inciter, instigator, rabble rouser.
I think we should go back.
I still think we need a mascot, so yeah.
And yeah, you found the Lord's entrance and climbed down this narrow passageway, vertical tunnel. What do you call a vertical passageway? Does it have a different word? A hole?
Slide.
A slide? A chimney? I'll stick with vertical passageway.
Freeform slide.
Yeah, it would have been had you let go. And then Reddy stepped on some flour pressure plates and got shanked in the feet. But otherwise, you're able to take a short rest and head down to the Grimbower roots. And is everyone prepared at this point? You've just pointed the wand at this door, and these red-leafed vines are beginning to part. Did anyone want to cast any spells or prepare any features or draw any weapons or anything like that as the doors are on the verge of opening?
Definitely have the axe out, the bronze axe.
Okay.
My sword is lit.
I think I've done my Shillelagh shield.
I think I'm still slippery.
Yep. You look like you're still
good.
slippery.
That's like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And who's controlling Jefferson?
Not me. I'll
Okay.
be right back.
I can. That's fine.
Okay.
If anyone else
I'll
does one.
give you control.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Jones.
Should be able to move Mr. Jones now. Mr. Jones, they call me. And yes, so you point the red-leafed root wand at these red vines, and they part ways. And inside you see this pulsating green core, which you know to be the rachis. And the ground here is this mesh of bright green plant threads, kind of like leaf veins glowing with photosynthates, pumping blood and water around the walls and the ceiling and the floor. But otherwise, the room appears to be empty. Creepers and vines cover the walls, knotted and twisted in an uneven mess. And you can see at least one large cluster of vines on the far wall to the sort of northwest, which draws your attention because it's sporting a huge pink flower bud which just appears to be growing out of these vines on the wall. And there's also this subtle bluish glow shimmering around this cluster and this flower bud. And Twig, you would recognize this. It almost looks like the same energy that you protect yourself with when generating your mage armor.
Oh, it's an armored bud.
But otherwise it sounds relatively quiet, except for just the occasional drips of green fluid from the ceiling and the squelching of these vines and roots shifting around slightly around the rachis.
Does the ground look free of flowery pressure plates?
Oh yeah, I was gonna straight up throw a water skin into the room, like dig around my backpack for a second, grab one, just kind of, and see what happens.
Yeah, nothing happens when you do that. And Reddy, you can give me a perception check if you want to try to see if you can see any evidence of pressure plates. You don't see anything that looks, that reminds you of what you stepped on upstairs.
Ready, we'll start going forwards.
Ugh.
So is it difficult terrain in here?
The terrain in here is probably not difficult, even though it is outside of the rachis. The veins in the ground here are more tightly knotted together. It actually makes it a bit easier to walk. And let me see. Yeah. Nothing happens.
Is the bud here?
Yes.
Okay.
That is precisely where it is.
If Twig steps closer to the rachis, does he notice any change in it?
As a result of him stepping closer to
Yeah.
him? No, nothing in particular. But his big round eyes, he has to squint as it's very bright with this green glow.
Like a chihuahua.
As you step over to a twig, all of you notice the walls begin to move more than you might otherwise expect. As creatures begin to emerge from the vines in the walls. They appear to have been hiding themselves by concealing themselves to make themselves look like plants. And in particular, well, I'll reveal them as they begin to move.
Oh.
You've been in combat with these sort of smoother looking, mouthless, leafy Treespawn before, and you know that they're not too much of a threat. But this large flower bud on the other side of the room, which begins to move, the petals of the bud part ways, and you see inside this skull-like head that you, I believe, caught a glimpse of previously when you originally opened the door before it was shut on you. This skull-like head is kind of like the pistil of a flower, sort of in the middle of these petals as they open out, and you can immediately see these glowing yellow eye sockets, and you realize now that it has this green skeleton-like body as it kind of steps down from the wall. It's covered in leaves, and it has these long, sharp fingers, and it opens its mouth to let out this spine-chilling whisper. and you can see these sharp, thorn-like teeth that line its gaping mouth. So let's roll for initiative.
Oh.
And I'm thinking there is a possibility of surprise here. So let me have a look at my surprise rules, which I've forgotten.
So they're a surprise for us all.
Yeah, I mean, you guys would have been looking around. Did you? No, I mean, nobody said that they were kind of investigating the walls or looking for creatures. So maybe I will say that if this one that is closest to you, perhaps I'll use ready. If it can beat, well, maybe give me. I'm just trying to think. What are your passive perceptions? I thought I had this thing set up to open automatically. Ah, it doesn't work anymore. I used to have a party overview thing that would show me everyone's. Anyway, what do we got? 11, 15, 13, Ready's 18. It's gonna be pretty hard to beat. But this creature has, I believe, advantage. I'm going to give it advantage because it is able to hide so well within these plants and everything. So let's see. Let's see if it is able to take you by surprise.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. So, yeah, pretty much anyone beneath that roll is surprised. So until the end of your turn, you're frightened of all foes.
Oof.
So you have disadvantage on checks and attacks, including initiative, while they're in your sight and you can't move closer to them. You can't take any reactions, and these targets get advantage on saves.
Sorry, is it if we have a perception below? No?
A passive perception below 19, yeah, which I think everyone does.
Yeah.
Okay. Twig, you are pretty surprised by these creatures emerging from the walls and this terrifying sight of this skull-like head coming out of this bud. What do you do?
Wait, so I'm frightened and I have to run away?
You don't have to run away, you just can't willingly move closer.
Oh, okay. Well, I am frightened, so I'm gonna I can see him.
Yes.
I'm gonna try cast.
Actually, the guy with the skull, you are not really able to see past the rachis. So perhaps you are surprised by the creature to your north coming down from the wall. It is Vindaros who is witnessing this bud open and this skull inside.
Okay, Twig's gonna go, look around, try and find a retreat. But he can't, so he's gonna attack this guy down here.
Firebolt. Yes, the firebolt hits. Is that this one?
This one, sorry.
Okay. Alright. This one goes up in flames as you send this firebolt across the room. Hit it in the side as it's kind of coming down from the wall and reaching out towards Retty. The extra 4 will take it down.
Oh.
As it burns, you see also some of these black flames, kind of smoke-like, swirling around its body. and it kind of reaches out to ready and then like keels over, collapses on the floor. Perhaps just as ready is like turning around to see it. Yao Mei.
Well, I'd love to say that I'm gonna do what I normally do, but I can't. And I don't think I can move anywhere without technically getting closer, so I might just stay there. I'm gonna hold my sword out menacingly and wave it around, but I can't do much else. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. As this creature lowers itself from the walls, it begins kind of slinking over here towards this door. It's like letting out this terrifying, raspy whisper. It reaches out with its clawed hands, and these bolts of glowing energy are generated within its hands and its arms. This energy just kind of goes down its arms and then just sends these pulses out at you, and it targets Vindaros, Twig, and Yao Mei with these. So each of you need to give me a dexterity save as these necrotic orbs fly through the air towards you.
Ooh.
All right. So Twig, you are going to take some damage as the other two of you are able to dive out of the way. Twig, you take 6 necrotic damage as one of these orbs just arcs around this rachis and just straight into you. This creature doesn't do anything other than that. Ready.
Can I ready an action to attack if anyone comes close?
Yep, you can do that.
I will just do that then. I'll sort of...
Wait, can we do that? I thought we didn't have any reactions.
You don't have a reaction, but after your... Let me see if it's after your turn or after your round. Until the end of your turn. So yeah, you can ready an action, and then after your turn, you'll have a reaction.
Well, then I probably would have readied an action too. That's okay.
You can ready an action. That's fine.
I was just going to be to attack if anything.
I'll call out to
anyway.
Get ready.
I thought it meant for the whole round. We couldn't react. So
No.
that was me misinterpreting.
Apparently
Sorry.
not. No, that's all right. I didn't know what I was talking about either. Vindaros.
Yes, I would like to use a bonus action.
Okay.
Cast Divine Favor.
Alright.
I'm using the highest spell slot to cast it, and my action is to ready an action in case anything gets within swinging range of my bronze great axe.
All right. Jefferson.
He will take the dodge action.
Okay. I'm not letting these creeps come anywhere near me. This Treespawn up here that when you saw into the room before was engaged in this strange ritual. All of them, if you remember, were standing around the rachis kind of waving their hands and uttering these strange, almost melodic sounds. As it comes down from the walls, it steps directly towards you with its claws outstretched, Vindaros, so take a swing.
Here we go.
That hits.
Nice.
Easily slay this creature before it's able to even reach you.
Woof.
This one over here is going to move much quicker than you'd expect. It kind of charges across the ground, runs at you ready. So you can release your action.
Trying to look for the right one. I can't find it, so let's use this.
Oh, I just realized everyone would have had disadvantage on initiative as well, and we didn't do that.
Oh.
Oh well, doesn't matter. You weren't as surprised as perhaps you could have been. You knew some shit was going to go down in this room. That doesn't quite hit. I'm just kidding. That hits. That definitely hits.
And a 1d6 from.
Nice.
Whoa.
It goes down. This crackling shillelagh energy. And I might have... What was the 1d6 from?
That's from Symbiotic Entity.
Oh yeah, okay, sweet.
I don't think I had a specific one for this scenario.
Okay. Alright, this one over here is still up on the wall, reaches down, and its arm almost appears to extend like a branch growing as it tries to rake downwards on Jefferson Jones's head. It'll have disadvantage because he's gonna try to dodge out of the way, and he just slips out of the way of this creature's claws. Twig, you're no longer surprised.
Oh, good. Ugh. Look at this guy. He's gonna put a little splinter in this guy's mind.
Ooh, okay. Alright.
Very good.
Nice.
Okay. And needs to make a 1d4, take a 1d4 away from its next saving throw.
Okay. Do I have a Mind Sliver? I feel like I do. Yeah, Mind Sliver. Okay. Yao Mei.
All right. I see my little friend getting not attacked. Well, attacked, but unsuccessfully. And I'm coming to defend him. So I will take my fire sword.
That'll do it. Alright. You slash at it with your flaming scimitar. It catches on fire, but it's not quite dead.
And before it has the chance to do anything, I'm going again.
Yep, that hits.
Oof.
Three is not quite enough to kill it, unfortunately.
That's okay. Knows we mean business now.
Yeah, several roots and vines are hanging from its body as you've left these giant gashes in its chest and its neck and everything, and it turns to you as it's just failed to reach out to Jefferson, but it's now kind of looks like it's not going to move very well as it tries to gingerly climb down from this wall. But the apparent ritual leader up here will step across, and it is going to... It targets one of you. Let me see who it is. Okay, it targets Vindaros as it reaches out its clawed hands again and begins to almost kind of draw them towards it. and you look down as you feel this burning sensation in your flesh, as water droplets leave your body and begin drifting through the air towards this creature. It attempts to desiccate you, so give me a con save. I shall drink you.
Ooh.
That's kind of sus.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you take half. Half on a success. Yeah, so you take half of this.
Okay.
So just two necrotic. And it will heal a little bit as it draws this moisture from you. And you got to give me a con save as well.
Oh, yes.
Nice. And let me see. Okay, it is then going to... It is going to... I don't know if there's any real point in doing this. I kind of just want to use it. It moves into about here. It begins coming for you. And I'm getting confused by this indicator. Hold on. Okay, that's 7 meters. Yes, it moves to there. And it lifts up its clawed hands, and all of a sudden, the room, which is currently filled with this green light, is flooded as if from the heavens above, somehow through the ceiling, with this, what appears to be warm sunlight. And it is going to heal itself and also this other Treespawn that is currently engaged with Jefferson and Yao Mei, just for a small amount of hit points. The thing will probably still die just from burning on its round. But I wanted to use my thing. Alright. It's all up in your face. Ready, you can see them struggling with something around the side of this rachis. What do you do?
Did you say it is or isn't difficult terrain?
It's not.
It's not.
Yep. It's not.
I'll run past this guy because he looks like he's being dealt with. And say,
Ah.
I might just dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying.
Are you using a mouse reel or something?
I'm doing my best.
I have this same problem all the time with Foundry. It does this to me all the time. This happened like 6 times last session where it was trying to take me through walls and stuff.
Is it kind of delayed or something?
At least for me it is.
I'll move here, and that's my turn.
All right. And he's looking pretty flanked. Vidaris.
Darius is going to continue with the bronze axe, the great axe. Let's go. Oh.
Misses.
And that's second attack.
It's just like... that hits.
Nice. Where's my damage gone?
Nice. You bring this axe crushing down, and it tries to dodge out of the way, but you scrape past the side of its skull and then just cut off a couple of these petals that are sticking out of its neck. And its skull is kind of shaved off somewhat and like cracks a bit.
He ends up with, he loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not.
I love you not.
Jefferson, I'll get him, Yao Mei. And he'll attack that Treespawn. Yeah.
I'll get him,
so-
Yao Mei. That gets him. That gets him, Yao Mei.
Nice. I think I got him.
Yes. Jefferson is able to cut him down from the wall as he's still lowering himself.
Ooh.
Collapses face first into the ground.
And then turn things.
Alright. Twig. This apparent spellcaster has come right up in your face against its better judgment. What do you do?
Nerds. Ooh.
Nerds.
I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna come around over here.
Alright. Kind of swipes at you.
Ah. All right.
Ooh. Okay. Fails.
Ooh. And it's already taken some damage. And I'm just going to add a d4 to that. Then it's necrotic damage.
Okay. I think necrotic. Yeah, it doesn't like necrotic. So it'll take the full 9.
Ooh.
It doesn't seem to enjoy what you're dishing out at all. But it is no longer flanked.
Oh no. Wait. Can I move back?
Yes. you would see that it no longer appears to be kind of like
It's moving its arm more freely than normal.
Yao Mei.
It's okay, Twig. I would have just plugged up the gap immediately, but that's okay.
Oh no.
I'm gonna run in.
Oh yeah, good.
Same as before.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, so
And,
worried it was
you-
going to be a 2.
You can add +1 as well for the flanked if it survives until your next attack. Which I don't know if it will.
As in, I can add a +1 because I'm not flanking it, right?
Yeah, just whenever it is flanked.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so I've added the +1. Oh, thank God.
No,
Wow.
sorry, +1 to the attack.
Oh, okay, okay. Then it would have been 2 damage.
Okay, so 2 damage, but it will ignite.
Yay! And I have another chance to attack, and I will add the +1 to this properly this time.
That hits.
Mm.
Is it going to get another turn? Oh, it is.
Yeah, I seem to be dealing very low damage most of the time.
Yeah, because your weapon it's got several dents.
Yeah,
Dents
it's a
in
bit
it.
dinged up.
But this
It's
creature is
fixed.
still looking pretty unhealthy as its eyes light up. Some of these flames burning in its chest and up on its arms and its head go inside its skull-like face and light up its eyes and cast this strange flickering skull-like silhouette on the ground as it looks around. And it reaches out its hands again. Actually, before it does that, it'll take some fire damage. Maybe this will kill it. Nope. And it is going to...
Oh, can I use Hello Spores?
Yeah, go for it. Maybe this will kill it.
I forgot about that. Did say something.
Con save.
Uh,
Ooh.
ooh.
You just got to deal five Oh, nice. How do you kill this creature with your halo of spores?
As Reddy's just running past him to get into position, he sneezes. And a bunch of spores come out. And they float up into the creature's face. And after Yao Mei's done attacking it, they start inhaling it. And
Nice. As it's burning, these spores go into all of its cavities in its chest, through its rib-like cage and into its face and mouth, and appear to infect it as it falls to a knee in front of you and just like lets out this gush of disgusting, foul-smelling compost air, and it just collapses in front of you on its face, like just. And the room falls silent again.
I don't smell that bad, do I? Sorry, guys.
I think your sinuses, your hay fever was playing up there.
Yeah, it's these allergies.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. Why do you smell that?
Is that to Darius? Or sorry, to
Anyone? It let out this big cough of like smoke that comes out of its mouth, and it smells horrible, like compost.
When Ricky let off his halo of spores, he said he sneezed in his face.
Oh, right. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying you killed it with your bad breath. Nice.
Let's loot these guys.
Yeah, what's in this
hold some
compost
clues.
pile?
These creatures, the creature before you with the skull-like head has in its chest cavity, it is burning. It's on fire currently, as it lies there dead. But you can see inside its chest cavity what looks like some red leaves. Some object in there with red leaves.
Can I pull it out?
I'll grab my water skin that's on the floor near me, and I can just open it, dump the water out.
Okay, yeah, you can put it out by spending a water skin. And it will go out, and then Twig, you can reach your dexterous long fingers into its ribcage and pull out another one of these red-leafed root wands. You search the other creatures, you find 2 more green-leafed wands, but nothing else.
I mean, Darius will also like to just make sure, do a quick scale of the room. Well, like clear the rest of the room to make sure there isn't any other creatures lingering about.
Give me a perception check. And also, how do you actually go about doing that?
Oh, just looking for any differences.
Just visually?
Yeah, just visually.
Okay.
Perception.
You don't see anything else that's moving in the way that these creatures moved. You think that the room is empty.
Okay.
I'd like to start looking for this necklace thing. Is there still a flower bud on the wall that this skull guy stepped out from, or was he the entire thing?
Yeah, he was the entire thing, and the bud were the petals around his skull-like head. So there's no
I just
flower
wasn't sure
bud
if there was like
there anymore.
a cavity or anything behind it.
You don't see anything like that from... Yeah, at
Sorry,
a
I was
glance.
supposed to approach and actually like look at it.
The walls are thick with roots and vines and leaves, but you don't see any particular evidence of a canopy of a cavity in there.
Okay. Then I guess I'll head back to this sort of structure in the middle and see if I can't start trying to hack away at it, see if there's any sort of opening I can find.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what is it made out of? I can't remember.
The rachis is made out of this strange squishy plant-like. It's like the stem of a plant, but it is covered in thorns and also, just like everything else, vines as well. Let me see. As you hack at it, Yao Mei, give me an attack. Alright, you can hack into this thing pretty easily. Give me some damage. Especially you're hacking at it with this flaming sword.
Yeah, sword is definitely still burning.
Okay.
Not much damage though.
So you slash at it, and let's actually roll for initiative here, because the rachis is going to respond.
Fun.
And I'll just roll a d20. Doesn't have any bonus to its dex, that's for sure. Okay.
What do you mean? It's not jumping around the place? Wild.
It's one of those at front of like a car car dealership, those big balloons that just go
Yeah. What are the inflatable guys?
Yeah.
That'd be a good Halloween costume, actually.
Alright, ready, what do you do?
I just want to check that I realize that the rachis is, becomes hostile.
There's not much evidence of it from where you're standing. You can hear Yao Mei hacking at it. And maybe you hear some movement, some utterances from your companions. But if you turn around and look at the rachis, you don't see anything from where you are that would indicate to you, at least in an obvious manner, that it's doing anything.
Okay, I'll stow my shield and slowly wander back around the room to see what my companions are doing. So, what's all this then? That's probably all Reddy would do at the moment.
All right, and as you wander back around, you come around here just in time to see that this rachis lashes out with this big spiked tentacle. Lashes out at Yao Mei, and it's gonna just try to attack you. Have +3 on the attack. It hits, and it just does a little bit of piercing damage and some poison damage. It will do, as these thorns scrape across your flesh. Yao Mei.
I'm attacking it back, obviously.
Alright.
You don't get to hit me, I hit you.
That hits. You're able to dig into it with your flaming sword.
And off we go.
Alright. You can just slice this tentacle off as it begins withdrawing. It falls to the floor, kind of writhing around.
Nice. And right off the back of that, I'm going to try and hit it again.
Alright. Yep, that hits. Alright.
And I'm going to use my action surge and attack again.
Ooh.
Okay. And even though you're leaving some flames behind as you attack this thing, it is too large and juicy for it to actually ignite. That's a hit.
Gross. Is it like squelching and stuff as I hit it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Don't know how much I like that, but oh well.
Okay, another 5.
And that's it.
You are digging into it. You're digging like this big like hole in the side of it, and all of this like green sap and pus is coming out of it. Twig.
Okay. Twig. Is he right up against the ruckus?
Yes.
If I did a spell ranged attack, I would have to do it at disadvantage.
Correct.
Well, Twig's gonna go to jump backwards and say, "Nah, you can't opportunity attack me."
But it is gonna try to. Well, because you're slippery.
Oh no, I was just thinking because it's like stuck there.
It wants to, but I forget how the slippery works. Do you remember?
No, I think it could still. Oh wait, no. Let me think. Automatically escape. You touch target is unaffected. Do you want me to just?
Yeah, maybe post it if you still have it.
I don't think it says anything about opportunity attack.
Oh, okay. I think that was what
Yeah.
I assumed it did originally.
Yeah. No. All right.
Okay, it's going to lash out at you and do no damage. It just misses you.
My God. I will burn it.
That's a hit. As you fire this firebolt out of your gnarled white staff at this core of the Grimbower, the flames just spread out across its surface, and it almost kind of begins to pulsate and almost like it's breathing and reacting. All of these tentacles with spikes on them are sort of flailing about wildly, but no longer targeting anyone. And it sort of withdraws a little bit as this fire catches and spreads around its surface briefly. Even though the mushiness of it ultimately puts this fire out, there's some magic in these flames that blacken it, and it begins to shrivel, and as it shrivels, the whole room begins to shake. And you hear this creaking, cracking sound. And the wood in the walls begins faltering under the pressure of the earth above and around. And not only is this rachis turning black, but also the roots and the vines in the walls begin blackening and shriveling and sort of losing their grip, and they begin falling from the walls. And bits and pieces of the walls begin falling in, and dirt is like starting to filter in from the ceiling. At first just this like slow trickle, and then like you see maybe over to the north just this hole opens up, and this gushing of earth is just sort of pouring in. And as this is happening, Yao Mei, you notice this hole that you've been hacking into the side of the rachis. There appears to be this very bright green core. Something inside this hole is shining even brighter than the rachis, and it's even easier to see as this light begins to diminish and the rachis begins to die.
I'm gonna grab it.
You can reach into this gooey muck inside the rachis and put your hand around something that feels almost cool, like a stone, and you can withdraw it from the rachis. And sure enough, it is a big green emerald-like jewel, still attached to a bronze holder and pieces of rope that have partly rotted away.
I think this is it. I like pull it out and I just kind of show people. I'm like, ew. It's slimy.
Ew.
I like hold it up to Reddy, and I'm like, "Is this the thing?"
Looks good to me. It's gross
Let's go.
though.
As
Actually,
you pull it out,
I don't-
the rate at which this rachis and all of the other plant matter in the building is deteriorating appears to accelerate, and the building is now shaking much more furiously.
Time to go.
Run,
Yeah.
run.
Get out of here!
Up, Mr. Jones.
Oh dear, we're gonna get out of here. All right, so you can run up the stairs as it's warping and sort of splitting under this pressure. The whole building is squeezing and warping around you, and you run up onto the ground floor and out into the forest, and you run out of the way of this Grimbower. And let me see. Yeah, so you're back in the forest out here where the ground is rotten and littered with these bones and meat and rotting carcasses. And you run out from the Grimbower and you run some way away, and you look back at this Grimbower as you see these birds and maybe some bats let fly from the branches. And the thick roots that were supporting this thing coming out of it and digging into the ground, they appear to be struggling to hold this structure. The leaves fall from the canopy and the branches of the Grimbower begin shaking, and the whole tower begins slanting and sort of kind of collapses slightly onto one side, and you can see this vine weave that's holding the walls together just begins falling apart, and this huge branch comes crashing down from the sky, and then another one some way off, and kind of takes out some of these smaller trees and branches and things from the canopy of the forest nearby, and after a moment, part of the structure, as it's sort of leaning here, wobbling, just collapses in on itself, just makes this thunderous noise, and you see also one of the trees on the top of the Grimbower sort of uproots itself and also comes crashing down, and the impact just blows this wind and dirt in all directions and just nearly blows you back.
Ooh.
And as you try to stabilize yourself and have a look at the Grimbower through all of this dust and this smog, and there's still a lot of this fog around here as well, you can see eventually the rumbling ceases, and the Grimbower has it kind of finds some stability. It's just this huge mound of branches and roots and vines on the ground, and you can still see some pieces of this building-like structure remain, but the whole thing is otherwise slanted and unstable and mostly demolished. And you stand there for a moment, looking at each other and looking back at this Grimbower. What do you do?
Sorry about that. I didn't think it would be so quick.
That was so cool.
It was so cool. And I got it. I think. It seemed to make that die quicker. I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm not smart. I just kind of chuck it in my bag. And then I think for a second, and I pull it back out, and I'm like, maybe you should take it. And I give it to Reti.
Oh.
Since you're the hero of the people.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but I'm happy to carry it if you want.
Well, you were promised to them. I think you should be the one to give it back.
Thank you.
And we have some wands for our troubles too, I guess.
Maybe they work on other Grimbowers.
Maybe.
Who knows?
We should definitely keep them. Did anyone pick up that other wand?
Yeah, Twig would have it.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Are there anything surviving crawling out of this pile of branches?
As that thought enters your head,
Oh.
from where you're standing some way back from the Grimbower, you see this one-eyed aberrant
Ha ha ha!
crawling out of an opening in the side of this half demolished pile of dead tower-like plant-like matter, and it kind of comes out, climbs up onto the top of a big tree stump that's now lying on the ground, and sort of looks around, kind of casts this big green eye around, like. It opens its mouth and its tongue lolls out, and it's kind of panting as it like zeroes in on you and like looks at all of you. Yao Mei is covering his eyes. It just stands there for a moment on top of this trunk. You don't hear any sound, no psychic communication or anything like that, and after a moment, it leaps down onto the ground and looks around briefly, and then bounds away on all four of its hands, disappears into the forest.
I think he's gonna be alright.
Finally free.
Really becoming a friend to bad creatures, aren't we? We're letting them all out. That's a problem, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, he was pretty good. He said I had a great plan.
He's full of compliments.
Yeah.
He told me to eat. He told me to eat the bars. I don't know, and some rope. That was weird.
my head still hurts a little bit familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's now around dusk. It's pretty dark. You can see this purplish half moon, the last quarter of a half moon in the sky. And yeah, all of these spores in this mist begin to sort of drift away, and some of them fall to the ground and their lights go out. Even the mist begins to some extent to dissipate.
Can we find the path that we arrived on? And sort of.
So there wasn't exactly a path leading directly to the Grimbower. You had to
go through
trek
traps.
through this really dense part of the forest.
So, do we also have an idea how long we have before we run into exhaustion traveling?
Yeah, you've traveled for 4 hours so far today.
And how long did it take us to get there again? Was it the full 4 hours? Was just us getting there from Verdelade?
Let me think.
I don't have my notes in front of me, otherwise I would just check that.
I don't remember. Let me look at the. I'll take us back to the hex map.
You don't remember something from 16 sessions ago? Crazy.
From Verdelade. Well, it took some time to traverse through this denser part of the forest. So you think it might take, based on the fact that you've traveled through here before, you think it might take a little bit more than 4 hours.
I think we should just go as far as we can. And we just sleep when we have to. Or if we think we're close, maybe we push on. But I don't think we should stay here in case any more come back.
Let's definitely move out.
What about you, Jefferson? Will you come to Verdelade with us?
Oh yeah, I'll come to Verdelade and then maybe see if I can acquire some better clothes and something to
defend myself with. That suits me a little bit better than this big sword. But yeah, I'm not sure. I might part ways soon after.
Well, like we've said, you're always welcome to stay with us and the rest of our group.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Can I ask, do you have space for maybe 50 or so mouse folk in your castle? They must be only around here somewhere. I know approximately where they were headed, and if I can work it out, maybe we can come back there for some shelter.
I think we might be able to work something out. We'll see perhaps once we get back to Verdelade and have some time to discuss and sit down and see what the rest of everyone thinks.
Okay, well, I'd be glad to travel with you a little bit further. I appreciate that. And thank you, all of you, for all of your help. Essentially, saving my life and also, I guess, helping me achieve some sense of closure. Dare I even say revenge?
Revenge is good sometimes, as my friend here would possibly advise. But no, we couldn't have done it without you. You helped us a great deal as well.
Oh, thanks. I do have some skills with a blade, although I prefer farming.
Much the same. More of a forager myself, but I understand the sentiment.
Oh, we were excited to begin farming once we reached this side of the Antivagar, as I mentioned. Oh, you should see the fields there, Reddy. It was a wonderful place. Plenty of room. If only those ant folk hadn't showed up.
Well, we never know. You might make a farmer out of me yet, Jefferson.
Maybe.
All right, shall we get going? Yao Mei.
Yeah, so you can head into the forest, away from this river in the direction that you think you came from, and you sort of look back one last time at the ruins of this Grimbower, sort of remaining there, serving as a reminder to all who come across it that something as powerful and ominous as this Grimbower was destroyed, perhaps by a band of adventurers from a foreign land.
Reddy will draw like a big turtle in the sand, in the dirt, with his staff.
Yao Mei follows and just does like a little paw print with his hand, and then goes, "He was here in K9."
Yeah.
Okay. And so... Okay, as you head back in this direction, you do find that it is pretty difficult for you to... it's still very dark, the canopy is not letting much sunlight in. And you come across some of these traps and dangers that you encountered before, these hazards, but they all appear to be neutralized now.
Ooh.
At least the ones that you see. A lot of these vines on the ground are just lifeless, and you don't step into any more holes or anything like that. But it is hard going through this forest, and there's a chance of getting lost, so somebody needs to give me a navigation check. A survival check.
Are we happy for me to take point on that again? and hope for the best.
Yeah,
trusting you,
Vindaris can
Yao Mei.
assist.
Oh yeah, maybe Vindaris' amazing memory can help me.
His keen memory.
Would that actually help at all?
Yeah,
Excellent
sorry.
memory.
Yes, you can roll with advantage. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Nice. It takes you another 4 hours to travel to the northeast through the forest. And you start to feel pretty tired as you travel. You woke up at 3 a.m. So you're all good going without sleep for this long until you hit 3 a.m. again, I think. But in terms of how far you've traveled today, you're starting to get pretty tired. Starting to feel pretty exhausted.
Using Vindaris' keen memory once again, is there any way for us to tell how close we might be to Verdelade from where we are now?
As you trek through this dense area of forest, it begins to get easier to traverse as you go. But you assume that the Grimbower surrounds encircle the Grimbower, so it's not in itself an indication that you're getting closer to Verdelade. Vindaris, give me... I'm trying to think, really. You're trying to, like, identify... If you are trying to have a think about where you've been before. I mean, your navigation check... It's hard for you to say. It's hard for you to say.
I'm happy to roll like a history check or something just to see if I remember where exactly we might be compared to where we were the last time.
Yeah, you have a sense that you're heading in the right direction now, and you feel like you're getting there.
Okay.
Specific amount of hours would be like difficult for you to tell. You feel, I mean, you would probably estimate, especially with this survival check of like 21, if we go by that maybe you've got like another, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours to go.
Okay. Well, we might be just about halfway, just over halfway. Would we like to keep going, or should we stop? Should we rest?
I think we should maybe rest. I can't feel too sure about if we'll make it all the way in the dark.
Plus, I think a lot of resources have been used throughout the party as well, and that will assist in case we run into any issues.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
As you are having this discussion and you begin thinking about perhaps finding somewhere to take a rest, in the gloom, Reddy, you spot something. You hear the sound of trees rustling, and you look over to see something moving in the trees, just a little bit. And you hear another something moving just somewhere nearby. Something creeping through the trees. It's pretty much pitch black in here, so you can't really see what it is.
In fact, everyone, there's something up there.
As dark as it is, I think actually, unless you were lighting your way, I probably should have asked for maybe disadvantage or something on the survival check, but we'll say. Well, Yao Mei, you've got your sword. It's very easy to light.
Yeah, I've definitely been using the sword for light this whole time. Sorry I didn't mention it.
That's all right. If you are producing this glow from your sword, maybe Reddy, you are able to glimpse a flash of what appears to be antlers and some red fur. Some fairly large beast moving through the underbrush. Only a few meters from where you are.
Careful, Liam. There's some creature up there.
What is it?
I'm not sure.
Is it our friends? And I'm like not looking in the right direction. I'm like slightly off.
Sort of like point Ayame's eyes in the right way.
Oh, okay.
Might just be some beast.
Okay.
We should scare it away.
Yeah. Should I yell?
Yeah, yo.
Ah! I like call out and wave the sword.
As your voice echoes out into the forest and you wave this flaming sword around, 3 creatures jump out from behind the trees. They are deer. You catch them in the light of your sword. They're red deer. They sort of jump out amongst the trees and then make all this noise as they sort of gallop into the forest and run away from you.
Ah,
I did it. I
Dang.
protected us.
they look tasty.
Look tasty. Oh well. Next time.
Next time.
I
I'll be
wasn't
ready.
sure if they'd be friends or not.
That's true. We wouldn't want to eat our friends.
And I didn't know if they'd attack us. And I don't know if we're really ready for that tonight. I want to sleep.
Is a rest.
Yeah.
Let's find somewhere to sleep. And I go in search of somewhere that seems like a good place to rest.
Okay, how long do you look for somewhere to rest?
I feel like I don't want to go too far, especially if I've got the only light source, so maybe I'll like light a couple torches for everyone with the sword before I go. I'm happy to use 2 of my torches.
A campfire with Druidcraft before Ayame goes anywhere.
So you want to start a campfire, but not where you intend to end up camping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just if we're splitting up or anything like that. So we
I
I'll
was
go
going to hand out
with
some torches.
Yao Mei.
You can easily light a fire. There's plenty of dead wood around. It's a pretty moist forest, but it feels like it hasn't rained at least too heavily for a couple of days. Because I can't remember. I think actually maybe it did briefly rain, but anyway, it's pretty dry around here. You can make a fire pretty easily. And Yao Mei and Twig, if you go out looking for a place, how long did you say you wanted to look for?
I was thinking like maybe an hour or 2 at the most. I don't want to go too long.
Okay.
Do you have any opinions?
Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Both of us?
Give me one of you a survival check with advantage.
Okay.
I have that +3 thing.
Yeah.
I'm still glowing slightly. So
yeah,
I can do
yeah.
that. And thank goodness for the advantage.
Nice. Yeah, it takes you a couple of hours, but you find, especially with the 22, you find a small. I'll say that you find actually around here. Was this where? I'm trying to think where you ran into that bear folk.
I think it was on the way to Verdelade, so I don't think it's where we are. I
Right,
think we're
okay.
coming from like the opposite direction,
Right. Okay.
unfortunately.
Maybe what you do find. Okay, I know what you find. You stumble out of the trees into some kind of clearing, and you see a bunch of stone huts built in this clearing. There are branches and leaves all over the ground. You don't see any signs of evidence or smell any smoke. But it looks like a small settlement.
There's no smoke, you said.
No smoke. Just these stone huts they're pretty large stone huts.
Wow.
Do they look super abandoned and like old, or do they look like they were relatively maintained until recently?
Are you just looking out from the trees?
Or maybe like step into the space a little bit, but not. I don't want to dig into it too much.
As you step into the space, you see something lying on the ground. It looks like the corpse of some creature, and you can take a step over, and it is the corpse of a bear folk holding a snapped spear with a big wound in its side. And you can look around this village. You can determine pretty quickly that it's abandoned. You don't see anyone in the huts or anything, but you see evidence of some combat here that occurred probably pretty recently. Maybe you also find a few more corpses of Ursan's bear folk, and also you find a couple of Suskin corpses.
Oh no. Twig. Twig. I think we just found... I don't know if we want to sleep here.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty gruesome.
It's pretty sad.
Are the Suskin that we see, are they do they look like the Ophis Glossa, or do they look like soldiers?
They look like soldiers. Trying to think. It wouldn't be initially super obvious that there are Suskin around now that I think about it, because they would probably have taken their dead. So maybe you just, as you're peeking into some of these huts, you mostly see bear folk bodies, but you find a couple of Suskin that appear to have been probably left behind accidentally. Maybe like one behind a hut, sort of slumped over. It's still wearing bronze armor, and it has this bronze halberd lying next to it in the earth, in the dirt. And you find another one that has been slain and fallen amongst some rocks, some way off into just sort of past the tree line a little bit.
I mean, did we see any other places we could sleep though? This might be the only place, and it kind of looks like the bears have been fighting the pig people.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably no further battles that are gonna happen.
Did you bring the pendant?
Oh no, I gotta roll. Yeah, I forgot.
This is 10.
Intelligence. Ability check.
Nice.
Okay.
You communicate pretty clearly.
That's true. Maybe we just move the bodies.
Perhaps we can make a cleared hut.
But maybe we should check the bodies first and take some stuff. Is that bad?
I like
That's
the
kinda
way
bad.
you think.
Okay, that's all I need. I'm gonna start trying to like pull bodies out of the way, but like as we do, we're gonna check them.
Okay.
And just clear out maybe like one big hut, and we'll just all try and stay in the one place.
Give me a perception check with advantage, either Twig or Yao Mei, as you search through these bodies.
Did you want to do that one?
Yeah, I can do that one. Can I add my eye bonus?
Use your
yeah.
eyeballs.
Yep. Okay. You get the impression that the bear folk have already been looted, all of the corpses that you find, and you don't find any coins or gems or anything like that on the Suskin. But you do find a number of basic weapons and armor. And the two Suskin each have, one of them has this bronze halberd, and another one has a bronze longsword. And they're also wearing armor. Let me see. What armor do these guys wear? They're both wearing studded leather armor. These bronze studs. And they have bronze helms as well. And yeah, you find some shields. Some wooden shields and various spears. But nothing else of value.
Maybe some of this might be good for Mr. Jones.
Yeah, I was thinking we could at least take the weapons and stuff and pile it away so no one can use it against us if they happen upon us here. Keep it with us so it can't be used. Maybe.
Put it in the hut.
In the hut. Then Jefferson can have his pick. Maybe we should invite him to live with us. I feel like, I think Retty said he was a farmer. That would help.
Yeah, it's yeah, just one more mouth to feed. That's not so bad.
Yeah, one would be okay, and he could teach us things. No, the farming would be really helpful. I think he could help us with that. He knows the area. He knows the language. And there's only one little guy. How much does he really eat? He's only small.
After doing all this clearing and piling, I think yeah, Twig's gonna get the others and bring them.
I offer the sword so that you have light, and I'll just like light myself a little fire before you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you can find your way back pretty easily to Reddy and Vindaris. What were you doing in the last couple of hours, Vindaris?
Good. Definitely keeping guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reddy might have been skinning and sort of cleaning that trout he got from the Grimbower. And maybe some of the well, I don't know how much time he had, but if he got time, then maybe some of the herbivore rations as well.
So you got 2 hours. In that time, I would say you can definitely cook up some things. The fish is like pretty rancid though.
No. I thought I picked a good one.
You got it from the Grimbower?
That is from the Grimbower.
Yeah. The fish is like it's pretty rancid. It stinks. But yeah, you can
Stinky
cook it
fish.
though.
Yeah. Stinky fish.
I'll cut out like the bad parts and try and cook it anyway. Then be like, maybe I'll give it to Twig.
Oh, God, guys, I can smell you before I even see you. God. What is this? Did you get this from the Grimbower? Oh my goodness.
Maybe. What's it to you?
It has a powerful aroma.
Yeah, Twig, you get used to it after 5 minutes. You can't even tell it's here anymore.
Yeah, but after 5 minutes, my nose is gonna fall off.
Alright, I'll throw out these trout there.
You just throw them out?
Well, do they seem edible? Or
Well, give me a survival
on a
check.
scale of like,
Give me a survival check to see how well you gut them and cook them.
Ugh.
And so what are you doing? You're just kind of like you're just cooking them up. They're just How do you
Well, I
cook
mainly
them?
wanted to like clean them and sort of skin them and prepare them for cooking first because I don't think we're staying here to sleep. So I wasn't really sure.
Yeah,
And then if I had time, then I would have just started cooking, I guess.
I'll say you were able to cut some flesh from them. How many did you have?
I had 3.
3. I'll say that you're able to cut a ration's worth, 1 ration's worth of
Nice.
meat from them.
Sort of
And
stick them all together,
looks
like
decent.
the head of one of them.
Frankenfish.
Good Twig, I promise. My own specialty.
If you eat it and survive, I'm gonna be really impressed.
That's what I do. Just trying to go around and impress people, get my name out there.
I'll be sure to pass it on.
If I don't survive, tell the people of my story. I think I'll hit that trap then.
Okay. Yeah, so that can be your ration for the day.
Did I have time to cook any of the herbivore rations or not?
Yeah, I think so. In 2 hours, you can cook up the herbivore rations and the trout. I think so. It wouldn't take you 2 hours to do that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
How many herbivore rations do you have?
4 unprepared herbivore rations.
Yeah, you can cook all that,
Cool.
or as much of that as you like.
I probably cooked all of it, I guess.
Okay.
And Darius will also be using his new spiked shield that he picked up from the Grimbower, slicing it out, checking its weight, stability, how it fits.
All right. And that, I think, you didn't really have to identify it. It's kind of fairly straightforward. It does have some magic to it. The spikes on the shield seem to be alive, and they ooze this poison out of them constantly.
Ooh.
Okay. I think Twig will like this. Twig, check this out. Don't touch it.
Oh. Whoa.
Would you like a sample?
Almost certainly would. Where's my vials? Oh. Maybe just put them in my pouch here. Oh no, not my Tinder pouch.
I think there's plenty more. We've got
Okay.
a lot of time. We can do
Or
it.
maybe.
Oh, how did you go? Did you find a place to camp?
Yes, there is a place. Be warned. There may be some corpses, but we've cleared out a nice little corner, where we can sleep for the night.
Oh well, we can't rush up. I just made everyone dinner. Sit down a while.
Oh, Retty, what a delight!
Maybe a go bag. We can pack it up and.
That's a great
It's gonna
idea.
get cold in Darius.
Oh, you eat it first, and it looks like it's just enough for one. You should enjoy the spoils of
Already
battle.
packs up all this beautifully laid out meal, grumbling to himself.
Oh no!
All right, but you can return to this abandoned settlement.
I'm
And
not at the fire.
Oh, where did Yao Mei go?
There's like crashing and cluttering in one of the other huts, and I'm just like digging through shit. I'm just trying to check out what's going on in here.
I'd put out the
give me
other
another-
campfire, by the way.
Give me another perception check, Yao Mei, if you've been kind of just in here rummaging around this whole time.
I also use my bonus action, Second Wind. Since we're not in combat, I think I can still use it, but it just lets me heal a little bit too.
Okay.
I did that roll actually come through? I keep losing connection
Nope.
to Foundry.
No, I didn't.
We'll try that again.
Didn't seem to.
Okay, try that again. There we go.
Okay. With all your rummaging around that you do, you managed to find maybe... Ooh, you still come up empty-handed.
Oh no.
You still find nothing. The place has just been cleared out. Apparently by, you think, probably the Suscan. It looks to you, though, based on just the look of this place, that this is a bearfolk settlement that was attacked by the Suscan.
Okay. That's enough for me. I'm just looking. I'm trying to see if there's any like diaries or anything like that. Just like, I want to know what life was like here. If there's any like art or maps or drawings or anything, even if I can't understand them, I'm just looking.
You don't find any maps or diaries, but maybe you find some murals on the outside of a couple of these stone huts. Difficult to make out. They look pretty old, but just kind of look like scenes, nature scenes, and scenes involving bears. Maybe rising up from the ground and becoming bearfolk.
Ooh.
Okay, I might study one for a few minutes and just kind of stand there like mentally mapping it. Just like touch it, try and work out what color's what. Hope for the best. Probably fail.
You can't tell shit about the colors.
That's fine. He's gonna guess. He's gonna imagine it's like super vivid and bright for anyone else.
Little does he know, they're black and white.
That's what I'm thinking. Or
No,
like
actually,
they
I
only
meant-
have red ochre, so it's just like red.
Yeah, I mean, you maybe could. Well, it's pretty old. Looks like it's been there for a while. Yeah, difficult to tell.
It's also like super dark, so it's fine.
Yeah, although there is a little bit of light coming through here because of the so you've lit a fire in the middle of this settlement. I'll say
Yeah,
that
they've
you
probably got a
found
torch walking around as well, so.
you would have found like a large, probably large fire pit in the center, and also a few fire pits around. And also several of these stone huts have hearths and chimneys, and there are evidence of wooden furniture, like low-lying beds, and mats and things like that where people would sit on the ground and eat and that sort of thing. But again, it's kind of dirty and a lot of it's broken, and yeah.
Okay, I might light the fire inside the hut as well, just so that it's at least lit up, so they know which building they're going to.
Yeah, you can do that if you spend a little bit of time hunting around nearby at the edge of the forest. You can collect some dead wood and bring it in and light a fire in one of these hearths.
Maybe that's what I'm doing when they get back. I'm just coming back with all this like wood. I'm like, oh hey guys. I've got like a torch and like a bundle of wood in my arm, and I'm like, hey. We tried to hide the bodies.
Yeah, we made it real nice for you.
There might still be some blood though. Sorry. Oh, who smells? Ugh. Ugh.
And then the dead bodies.
Yeah, I reckon they've moved out. I've wafted that away, and suddenly this foul odor is just like.
Yeah, the bodies only look like they've been there for like 3 or 4 days.
Oh wow.
And so it would smell quite a lot. And there'd be lots of... I don't know if at night there'd be flies buzzing. But yeah, it stinks.
I reckon we've like dragged them around the corner of like one of the huts nearby, so they're not like immediately visible. And hopefully that keeps the smell more that way.
Okay. And so do you take a long rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Inside one of these
should.
huts, or?
Yes.
With watches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see. It is about midnight at this point. And everyone needs to have a ration and drink 4 liters or 2 water skins. I figure like has everyone had a ration? Not sure about Twig. Or Yao Mei.
No, I don't think I didn't eat at the Grimbower.
I actually thought we'd eaten at Verdelade before we'd left. Potentially. See if I can find my notes.
Actually, I think Yao Mei, you did eat some fish while you were at the Grimbower, and that did serve as your ration for the
That's
day.
true.
So you're okay. And Reddy, you've just cooked up some food and eaten some of that.
Yeah, I've cooked 4 herbivore rations, so I think that sorts everyone except for Twig, and I ate the fish. And those don't last, I don't think, because I haven't prepared them right. So
Vindaris is carrying carnivore rations as well.
But yeah, otherwise Vindaris can have like 2 of the herbivore rations that Reddy's cooked up.
Okay.
I'll give one to Jefferson.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's very kind.
And does everyone have water skins that they need?
Yeah, I
Mei,
had
you've-
2 left,
Okay.
so I
Twig,
drank those.
you also doused the Treespawn Lord with one of your water skins.
Yeah, I only have
So-
1 left.
Oh, that's fine. I've got a few water skins. I've got 2 spares.
Ooh,
So
nice.
you can.
Thanks.
I'll minus one of those.
I'll eat one of my carnivore rations and drink my water skin
2 water skins. Oh, you're drinking your water skin and one of
and
Vindaris's.
Vindarus's, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, in all my exploring here, did I find like a well or anything?
Yes. Yeah, you would have found a well. I think so, definitely. Yeah, I think this well would have even a bucket in it with a rope, and it would still have water in it.
Ooh, I'd like to refill my water skin.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Be good to refill
Nice.
everything.
yeah, you can do that. I think this place would definitely have a well.
Maybe I'll like just run away with everyone's water skins and be like, I'll be back 1 second, and then kind of scurry off. And I'll like come back lugging all these like. Maybe I'll take the bucket. Maybe I'll just take the bucket with me and put all the water skins in that and just kind of pull it back,
Okay.
full of water, full water
Oh.
skins.
I'll offer Mr. Jones either a herbivore or a carnivore ration. Of his,
Reddy
selection.
already gave him a
Oh, you gave him some?
yeah. But I think he can eat both.
They might be extra hungry though.
Oh, I could eat a horse.
Ooh.
Whatever you. I'll have a second meal if you want to give it to me.
I bet you could, little guy.
I might look like a small mouse folk, but I got a big appetite.
He's so cute.
And the default watches that I've got are Vindaros, Reddy, Twig, Yao Mei. If you want to do that again.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, and Yao Mei takes his armor off at night, and Yao Mei, as you sleep,
All
interesting.
my strength is sapped from me.
Yeah, so I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll do that first. Let's do that first. So you lose 3 from all of your. Are you able to do that actually? Just
Yeah, I think I can
minus
do
3
that.
from all of your ability scores.
Yep, I'll do that now.
As the power of the Indigon leaves your body. And are you all sleeping inside this hut?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking when it comes to watches, is there windows in this hut? Or
I don't think there would be really windows.
okay. Yeah, Vindaris will just post himself outside the door.
It's probably like a sort of a beehive, like dome-like hut. Stone hut. But they're pretty big.
Oh, nice.
Maybe
Yep.
some of them do have like a couple of rooms. Like it's not just one hut. Yeah, they're pretty large enough for bear folk. But yeah, I'm thinking there's only the chimney in the front door area. It's kind of like an igloo. But yeah, you can post yourself at the front. And it gets pretty cold at night. And there's a pretty strong wind blowing through the settlement from the trees to the north, blowing inland from the sea. And let me see the sea. The temperature at the moment is definitely not going to be like too cold. It's probably it's about like 3 degrees Celsius. It's not too cold, so you're not gonna and you've got this fire in the hut and everything, so you're fine. Does anyone do anything before they sleep? Did anyone else want to do anything else? Or do you just want to go to sleep at 12?
I want to inspect this item.
Yeah, so you can do that as part of your rest, essentially.
Okay.
But yeah, which item did you want to inspect?
This pouch with sigil that I found in the Grimbower.
Oh yeah, okay. So give me an Arcana check for that one.
Hey.
You are...
I'm stumped.
Yeah, you're not really sure what this does. It looks like a really well-made little pouch. It's not like a big sack. It's just a sort of a coin purse with, yeah, some embroidery on it. You're not sure what it does. You can put stuff in it. It holds it. You can pull stuff out of it. It surrenders it.
You just see Twig running around trying to put various things in this little pouch. Puts his finger in, sort of twirls it around, puts it on his toe, kind of thinks about it for a while. Nothing.
But you can learn a language. Everyone can learn a language. And let me just see how you're going in terms of the weight of all the stuff that you've got in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some shuffling now.
Yeah, 71.7. Yeah, so you're encumbered.
I'm encumbered.
These boots of beasts probably weigh maybe, I don't know, 3 kilograms.
Oh.
Vindaris also just used the last of his lay on hands
Just on himself?
on himself, yeah.
Okay.
It was two points. That's how much.
Hey, every point is important.
It all counts.
These wooden tablets. Waxed wood tablet. 2 of those twig. Have some weight to them.
I think I used up this smoke bomb.
Yes,
I think you did.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when you went unconscious as well, isn't it?
And this pouch of sulfur, I think that had a specific weight to it, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Let me see. Where is... Yeah, it's like brimstone. Nope.
Do coins also count to our capacity, carrying capacity?
I think they do, yeah. So you can click that little button, that currency button. I'm fine with everyone doing that, and it'll convert the currency up and make it way less.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like it to have some weight, just to
nice.
maintain some verisimilitude, but yeah, you can change the denominations, that's alright.
Wow. I had like 10 kilos of copper coins.
Nice.
So are you encumbered anymore, or are you good?
No, I'm good now.
Okay, so it's just me who has to hand off a few things. Make Vindaros carry my shit.
Why can't I find this sulfur? It's very strange.
I gained about 3 kilos of
Here it is.
copper. I love these money exchanges. They're just everywhere around this area. They say they have one in every village.
I don't know.
It's like a tiny little stall pops up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm imagining? Every time you convert the coins, I'm imagining there's like a pop-up. You know how you can go to a certain ATM at like the bank and you put in your coins and it like converts it to like cash? I'm imagining that just like pops up out of the ground and you're like, insert all the coins, drop them in, like empty my pat, shake it a little bit, and then like it just kind of and then it like prints out some like paper money.
I'm more than happy to carry some more coins if you want. It's an easy thing.
I'm good now, actually. Yeah, it's gotten me just under.
And what's this
thank
amphora
you.
with stopper, Twig?
It is something I found. I think it's full of blood, actually.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's the blood.
Like
Okay.
blood.
We've got 3 sheets of vellum. I'll add those. I don't think that's gonna weigh much. Alright. And Vindaros, did you find anything?
Yeah, I've got a few things.
Flint.
Brass
oh yeah,
mug.
potion. Oh yeah, I haven't put these healing potions in. That's fine. I'm sure you can carry all of this pretty much.
Yeah. Deer
Brass.
antlers.
Bronze cloak pin. Oh yeah, the deer antlers. I don't know how. That's probably like a couple of kilograms, or maybe a kilogram. 1.5 kilograms.
They're pretty lightweight. I'd say a kilo makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. 1 kilogram.
In my very expert opinion.
And this brass mug. I don't know. 0.8, something like that. Alright. So everyone's dealt with their encumberment.
I haven't. I was going to see if Vindaros could take 4 more kilos for the bone carver's tools.
More blanket. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
I'll just add them. I've already got 1 set on me.
Oh, good.
Another set.
I'll just
As
take
long as you
that
don't
out.
mind the 2 sets mixing together, I'm sure there's a 10 mil socket in both of them.
Yeah, I don't really care. It's fine. Thank you. It's a small price to pay if I lose one piece. And I think that brings me under, I think I was 68 kilos.
And make sure you delete any unprepared rations. Anyone that has them. Mm-hmm. Unless you think that they would have... that they'd still be okay at this point. But yeah, otherwise nothing happens in the night, so you can take a long rest.
Can I identify, or try to identify something?
Yeah. What is it?
These dark grey stone with red flecks.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check for those. Oh man. Dark grey stone with red flecks. Oh, okay. Dark grey with red flecks. Yes, you think that these are bloodstones. And with a 21, I'll say even, given your knowledge so far of the economy here, you definitely feel these are more valuable than a lot of the other things that you found.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe like 4 times as valuable
Whoa.
as many of the other gems. Maybe around like 20 gold pieces you feel like each of these could fetch.
Those are some nice stones.
I think I only have one actually.
That's a nice stone.
Thank you. This is I don't know, rocky.
Stone like that deserves name.
I would also like to identify something.
Okay.
I would like to identify or learn more about this bone sword.
Yes. Okay. So this bone
Please.
sword.
I'm happy to sit there and ponder it and hold it and really spend some time getting to know it, you know?
Yeah, if you try to focus on it with your mind after you've sort of swung it about and experimented with it a bit physically, give me... I mean, do you just try to attune to it in order to understand it? Or do
Yeah.
you... Okay. If you just try to attune to it, you can pretty much learn about it automatically. So... bear with me. Okay, this sword does this.
Ooh, okay. Okay, that's cool.
Ooh.
So, a question.
Mm-hmm.
By attuning to it, do I lose my attunement to the Dreadclaw bracelet? I don't know how many things I can be attuned to.
You can have 3 attunements. So if it's
Okay.
just the Dreadclaw and this sword, I can't think of anything else, then no, yeah, you can attune to both of them.
Sweet. Then I will keep the Dreadclaw. And I'll swap out my fire sword for my bone sword.
Nice. And that bone sword... let me see. Bone sword would weigh... So it's a long sword. Bone long sword. 1.2. Yeah, I'll leave it up to you to like paste that description in there. I'll put this name in it though. What do I call it? Sword of Bone and Vine or something? Where was it?
Sounds about right.
Oh, I didn't post the name. Where was it? Yeah, Sword of Vine and Bone, you think to call it.
Seems pretty apt.
Yep.
Right.
That is
And I'll
what
put
it
the
is.
description in.
Okay. But yeah, if you sleep for your 8 hours, you wake up at a couple of hours after sunrise. And this part of the forest is pretty clear because you're just in this clearing. And so, yeah, you wake up in this hut. You can see the light filtering through from outside. Yao Mei, you're the last one on watch. And actually, maybe let's take a 5-minute break. Actually, before we do anything else.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
See you in a bit.
So you wake up in this hut. The fire is burning low. Mostly just coals. The smoke is drifting out the chimney at the top. Yao Mei, you're sitting out the front, or you're on watch somewhere. As you all begin to stir, you can hear the birds outside in the forest, and you can emerge to see this camp now fairly well lit. The canopy here, as I mentioned, is the camp is pretty clear, so you can see the sky and you can see that the sun is beginning to rise, and it's a pretty cloudy day. This wind is still blowing in from the north, and the clouds are blackening above. It's pretty dim skies, pretty ominous looking. You think that there might be rain at some point. You're not sure when. What do you do?
I reckon we eat and drink before we go, because we can refill from the well.
Mm-hmm.
At least drink. We can eat in
Yeah.
Verdelade.
Maybe take notes somewhere that you've already had something to drink.
I've written it down. Drank water for day. And
Big dark.
also, so sorry. I am also, again, slightly over my encumbrance limit. So I may have to give Bindaris something.
You were sleeping.
Hang on a second.
Maybe.
Vidaris, go for it.
No, go, Bindaris. Go.
Vidaris was actually going to say he'd like to put a couple of long swords in his pack because he knows his is dinted and Yao Mei's is dinted to use it as scrap bronze. For the
So
bronze.
the only thing
smithy.
about carrying a bunch of swords is it starts to become a bit of like, how do you do that? Because I don't
Yeah.
think you can fit exactly like swords in your backpack. You've already got like a bunch of things strapped on. You've got this quiver with like spears and stuff in it. So I don't think you can really carry around like
Okay.
several
What
swords.
about... Was there any more spears around?
You've also got 2 shields. But yeah, you can find some more spears.
I'll get rid of my previous shield.
And your spear quiver, wherever it is, it should have like a limit to the number of spears. Let me have a look. 8 spears and javelins. How many spears do you have in there?
I've got 2 javelins.
3.
1 bronze spear.
So 4 all up. I'll say you can find another 4.
Yeah, and 1 flint spear, yeah.
You can find another 4 flint spears.
Okay.
Maybe you can find another 3 flint spears, and you also find a bronze javelin that is sticking out of a tree just past the tree line.
Okay. Cool. And 3 flints.
And several of you are herbalists, right? Like 3 of you. In the night, it occurs to all 3 of you that in the Grimbower, when you're in that sort of horticulture room and bug farm, what do you call it? Like an insectary? There were, you're kind of thinking back on it, and you think there may have been quite a lot of herbs and flowers there. Many of them may have been quite useful to you if you had thought to look at the time. Just kind of have that thought and think like, now that you're not like stressed out by the situation.
And Darius is like, guys, I've got this herbalism kit I've been carrying around. Does anyone need to use it? Let me know.
I've got one too.
But yeah.
Okay, can I offer up my 7 pieces of flint to the group and say, does anyone need these?
Oh no, I've got 6 pieces of flint already. Thank you.
I don't need to light fires anymore. I've got my sword, so do we need them? Do you want me to just throw them? Or should we keep them?
Throw them.
Alright. Toss them over my shoulder. Maybe I'll keep like 1, just in case. I'll go down to 1.
Alright. And so you're carrying 2 swords. You can do that. You've got like 1 on each side.
Yeah, I reckon I've got like 1 strapped over each shoulder.
Oh yeah, okay.
And when everyone woke up, I was like brandishing my new sword like, oh, guys, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, it just hangs from your wrist and your hand by these vines that are climbing up your arm.
And then I like put it away and I demonstrate. It's like, oh, it's crazy. Okay, I'm done.
Who would have thought you knew how to do magic? Oh, now I sound like Sherman.
Yeah, who'd have thought you'd know how to do magic? Who'd have thunk it?
Where did you come from? What the fuck?
You hear his voice everywhere.
It just carries on the wind. If you really listen closely, you might hear Lazarus screaming.
Oh yeah, we should probably get back to them.
Yeah, let's drop off this big stone necklace thing and then get out of here.
Okay, so if you pack up and you head into the forest to the east, you begin to feel like you recognize just some natural landmarks and the sort of general slope of the ground. The trees begin to thin out a little bit, and it takes you 2 hours to walk through another 5 kilometers of forest, and you begin walking down this slope as the trees thin, and you can see this similar scene of this valley with Verdelade sort of nestled between the hills in this wide open area. And let me see. Yeah, and so you come back in here, you see this perimeter of log fences and thorny bramble bushes. Still, all of it is kind of withered. This whole area looks like it's, from your eyes, perpetually stuck in autumn or the beginning of winter or something. You, even though elsewhere, you know that it is winter. There's a lot of evergreen trees in this forest, but yeah, you know the story of Verdelade. Because you have the heart of the forest, because it was taken from them. A lot of their otherwise eternally verdant growth has withered. And you come through here, through these fields of farmland, neatly organized, also kind of wilting and dying. And you see this river running through the middle. And you can head in to this village. And you're greeted by a couple of Ungul guards with bows as you enter the village, and they welcome you in excitedly. One of them is an old, a sort of an elderly Ungul, and the other one is a young boy. And the young boy excitedly runs off into the village to fetch Elder Laguthia. As you walk among these houses in this pretty large village, these dirt paths, you see these antlers everywhere again, decorating the buildings on top of posts and over awnings of doors. And you can head to this village square again. This older Ungul leads you there into this large clearing. And you see all these open thatch roof stalls and small pavilions and things, and there's a bunch of deer folk around doing various activities. Again, not as many as you might otherwise expect from such a large village, but you know why that is as well. And as you are arriving in here, this young boy returns holding the hand, leading Elder Mary Laguthia, holding her hand, leading her to you. And there are a number of these other druids walking around her, and she comes over. She's holding this beautifully crafted, magical-looking staff, and she's got these big impressive antlers with all of these ornaments hanging from them, and various decorations and different colored strings tied around them. She's got all these beads and earrings dangling from her ears and her neck, and She welcomes you, in particular, Retty.
You have returned, my Archelon friend, and I hear that you return triumphant. Is it so?
Indeed, we've brought down the Grimbower and returned this to you, and I'll take up the green gem.
She eagerly holds out her hands and allows you to drop the gem into her hands. She holds it before her face and sort of, wipes her thumb over it. And she breathes this sigh of relief.
Words cannot express how grateful I am. I hope that this reward will do as promised.
She indicates to one of these druids with
40 gold pieces for each of you.
She looks to Jefferson.
You have made a new friend, I see.
She says,
You should be careful, little mousefolk, of carrying that bronze weapon in these parts. Although I know your friends have have a right to bear arms. It can be dangerous.
And these druids will hand you 40 gold pieces each.
Whoa.
All together in one pouch. One big sack.
Why, thank you.
Yeah. Vindaris is happy to hold on to that if people are struggling.
Yes, thank you.
And also, in that moment as you're taking this sack, all of the tribespeople that you left behind here, they emerge from various buildings where they've been sleeping, and they come crowding around. Bragoska and Warden and Hembe is here. Paludo and Junti come up. Oh, welcome back. And Pache is here. Hey, good to see you return.
Pache.
And Rai as well. Rai is, he has with him a goat.
Another.
He seems to have acquired a goat.
Impressive.
Actually, I'm trying to think, would these people have goats? They are deer folk, and they would mostly eat herbs. They did
That's
say
just
that
how good a business
Good
it is.
milk.
Yeah, maybe they have good milk.
Yeah. It was, they would drink
or
milk.
trade to
They would
others,
suckle
or trade.
their young. Yeah, they would have it for trade potentially. Yeah, we'll say
Or
that
just-
he's been able to acquire a goat.
Or just lawn upkeep, they eat a lot of grass. They are very
I
good
think
at
I did
that.
say as well, when you were here previously, that they did slaughter a chicken or something for you. They did have some livestock that they were able to prepare because, they're used to travelers passing through, and especially some who are carnivores and can't eat vegetables at all.
Some want almond milk, some want goat milk. Some want,
But where's the soy milk? That's my favorite.
Mine too. These the tribe members are all many of them also are carrying things. Bragoska and Warden have some tools. They brought with you when you came to Verdelade. They brought with them sacks of stuff to trade, various things that they had produced, and some of them also have. Paludo and Junti have some seeds, and some of them have some food and that sort of thing. But yeah, they all greet you excitedly, and Warden perhaps the. I forgot what Warden is. He's like a little. He's a mongoose folk.
Oh.
And he speaks in Desert Common, although they're all kind of learning now a little bit of each other's languages. But he says, "Oh, welcome back. It's good to. It didn't even take you that long, just over a single evening. You're heroes again, it seems."
We're not really heroes. We did what we had to do. And we made a new friend. He doesn't speak our language.
He just
But he's
Jefferson
nice.
waves, and they all sort of. A couple of them shake his hand. Maybe Patre's like, "Hey!" And perhaps Bragoska greets Vindaros. "It is good to see you have returned. We have been learning a lot about the economy, the monetary system that these people use, and that the Suscan have been introducing around the land. It is very exciting."
That's good. That's good to hear. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is key.
It is so useful. Rather than have to barter, we can carry these coins, and it makes it so much easier to trade. We have been able to make a few of them ourselves.
Ooh.
Interesting. I'm glad this trip's been very fruitful for everybody.
Everyone looks excited and pleased.
Vindaros will also like to maybe borrow the pendant off Ratty and just speak to yeah. I forgot the name.
Hembe.
Athira Laguda. I just handed
Laguthia.
Yeah, Luguthia, to say, we did come across these, and he pulls up the antlers in the Grimbower, and I couldn't see myself to leave these in such a dreadful place. So please look after them, and hopefully you honor them the way that they deserve to be honored.
She bows.
Ah, my Macedonian friend. I appreciate this very much. We keep the antlers of our dead to honor them.
I'm glad they finally came back home.
Yes, we had lost many to the Treespawn. Were you able to slay them all? I can feel that the blight has parted from the land, and I believe that you were able to destroy the rachis. Is that true?
That is correct. That's correct. We uprooted the heart of that Grimbower with great effort, but it was done.
It is fantastic news. Perhaps things will finally be able to return to how they were.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing this village in bloom and have its rightful place.
Please, if you see others on the road, do let them know that soon we will be up and running again, perhaps in time for the spring festival.
Will do, most definitely.
Darth,
Yes, Twig.
can you ask if they know what a big creature with one eye and weird mind powers might be?
Oh yes, yeah. We did come across an odd creature. We couldn't quite identify or make out what it was. It was a creature with one eye and 4 arms, and it could communicate telepathically. Sort of plant ideas, yeah.
It sounds like you encountered an aberrant. Incredibly dangerous.
Are they their own beings, or they belong to... Do they have owners?
The aberrants have been in this land for as long as we can remember. There are a few of them hiding in the dark places of the world. Horrors of different shapes and sizes. Unpredictable. But almost all of them get inside of your mind. Very dangerous. You are lucky to have survived.
Yes, that was one of the many creatures that we came across in the Grimbower. And our friend here, Mr. Jones, as well. He did quite he was actually being tortured in there, and his family were also taken, which are no longer with us. So hopefully he can find peace as well.
I am sad to hear of it, but it is good that you rescued him. Even one life is better than none. And the heart of the forest will continue to sustain many lives. So you have my undying gratitude.
Thank you.
Vindaros,
Yes.
do you think we could ask if they would help us with our weapons?
Oh yes, yeah.
Thanks.
Along the way as well, we took some damage to some of our weapons. Is it possible that the Bronzesmith could assist with repairing them for us?
Yeah, she says,
I am sure that if you speak with Jarek, he would be happy to help you fix these bronze weapons, for he is not allowed to work bronze anymore. But seeing as you are sanctioned to use them.
This will be very much appreciated.
Sanction the right word? That's not really the right word, is it?
Seeing as you are allowed to use them. Seeing as you are free of sanctions.
Licensed to use them.
Ah, yes. The correct word escaped me.
And yes, thanks very much for your time here.
Please, stay as long as you like, and heal yourselves, rest before wherever else you wish to go.
Thank you. We might do that. We might take some, a day or so and just recuperate and put a plan together, a strategy.
Everyone here is very grateful for your help, and you may stay in the Oaken Hall for free, of course.
Thank you. Thank you. I might call upon you later just for some further information on another mission that we're on as well.
It would be my pleasure to help you in any way that I can.
Thanks. Thank you.
Vindaros, I have another question.
Yeah.
Are they planning to honor their dead? Because if they are, I would like to join them and pay my respects.
Okay.
I'm like kind of looking up, just like it's kind of standing very close. I don't want to be too loud.
If you're having a ceremony to honor the ones that have fallen, we would like to be part of that.
We have been mourning our fallen for some time. No, in fact, I believe this is more of an occasion to celebrate rather than mourn.
We'll be up for that as well.
Wonderful.
That's why we're here. Really can't understand.
You're smiling. Is that
Guys.
good?
Celebration time.
Party time.
We'll just drop the weapons off first, do some business, and then time to let your hair down.
Party Yao Mei is ready. Only Vindaros gets the joke. Yeah, so I guess we just head off to see the weaponsmith again.
Yeah, you can follow one of these paths over back to the weaponsmith, and you see Jarek in there, this male deerfolk with dark brown fur, and he's just got this tunic. He's got his sleeves rolled up, and he's maybe just working on some flint arrows. He's also a bowyer and arrowsmith, and he's just maybe just sort of carving these arrow shafts. When you walk in, you see this bronze anvil in there next to this clay beehive furnace, and all these neatly arranged tools and clay molds and crucibles and things that many of them he can't use anymore. There's bellows there. He looks up and greets you as you arrive. Welcome back. I heard you had returned.
Thank you. Yes, victorious as well.
Excellent.
Uprooted in the heart of that Grimbower.
I'm overjoyed to hear of it.
I wonder if you could be of some assistance along the way. We did take our weapons did take some damage, and we're inquiring if you could look after them, repair them. If that's possible. Fire
Certainly.
up the bells.
Yes, I would enjoy it. I'm not allowed to work bronze anymore, but I don't see why the Suscan would have a problem with me helping you. As long as you still have that license you showed me.
Yes. Yes. Still have it. There it is.
Excellent. I wish I had one of those. But he'll look at these weapons. Like, he turns to you, Yao Mei. Oh, this one is especially dented.
It's with the
Yes.
scales of the Treespawn.
Ah. Sounds good to me. Well worth the dents. Well, this will take me at least the rest of the day. Please feel free to do as you like. I should have these ready to you to give back to you probably on the morrow. How many weapons are you giving him?
And my bronze axe, great axe.
So, like,
I think
what
it's
is
just
it?
those two.
Those two things, yeah. I think you can do that.
Unless Jefferson's sword also took damage, but I don't think it did.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Because if it did, then maybe we hand that off as well and get that one repaired too.
Jarek.
Yes.
I know. I'll just like bring him away from the party. Oh no, that's okay. They can't understand.
Well, Jefferson has a bone scimitar, and it's. I think it's okay.
Jarek, would you do me a small favor? And I'm happy to pay for this, and I do have some supplies that you could use. Could you possibly modify a weapon of our friend's choice, Mr. His name's Mr. Jones. Something that's more his size, with his.
Yes. Certainly, I can try.
Fantastic. As a gift, he did help us quite a bit in the Grimbower, and it will lift his spirits.
Which
as well.
weapon would you like me to attempt to modify?
I think a scimitar's more of his to begin with. And
Yeah, so he has a bone scimitar. I think I just.
He
I
had
just
my
looked it up.
bronze one as well.
Oh, so you gave him a bronze one.
Yeah, I had a regular bronze scimitar with me.
But yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh, I think he was using a bone one that entire time. Oh well, I don't think it would matter. It did the same damage.
Even if it's not bronze, because we don't want him to get in trouble.
Oh, what am I talking about? I'm literally looking at it and it says bronze scimitar. I'm just reading it as bone.
I was wondering, I was like, where did my scimitar go then?
I'm not
'Cause
getting enough
I
sleep.
gave him one.
I guess I just saw B and an O and was like, yep,
Done.
that's how I read.
You just missed the
Two
R
of the
on
letters
Z.
check out. Yes, he will have a look at this scimitar, and Jarek will. Yeah, he says, "Yes, I think I can do this for you. It may take me a little bit longer. Maybe
That's fine.
sometime around midday. I can probably have all of this work finished for you. Midday tomorrow."
Fantastic. And I'll also give you the extra. What was it? The 2 bronze javelins if he needs to use the material to repair our swords as well. Clearly you can use the spearheads on those.
Actually, now that I think about it, bronze weapons, like, they're kind of softer than. He can mostly just like hammer these up because they're already made and everything. So it's not like he needs to kind of melt it and like rework it or anything like that. So actually, it might. He thinks he can do this pretty well by the end of the day, and he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't need the spear.
Extra material, no problem at all. If you need us, send word. We'll be around town.
Perhaps I will join you later for some ale.
Will do. Looking forward to it.
He nods. And as you walk away, you kind of see him like analyzing this weapon, and he begins to fire up this furnace.
I'd like to imagine he picks up my sword and
it.
accidentally sets it on fire. And he goes, oh.
Perhaps he uses
I
it
didn't warn him.
to light the furnace. Yeah, like it's like
Spicy sword.
And yeah, what else do you do? I'm going to say also around lunchtime, the clouds. It is going to begin to do some kind of weathery thing. Let me have a look. Okay. So these clouds, throughout the course of the morning, they really do get darker and darker. And it starts to rain, and it actually starts to rain really quite heavily.
Oh.
To the point where it looks like the festivities will be somewhat hindered by this rain, but you can, of course, have a party in the Oaken Hall. And
it's a good excuse to stay in.
Yeah, perhaps that's what happens, is a lot of people crowd in to the Oaken Hall, which is a 2-story log building with some shuttered windows and a chimney. And in this front area, there's this large square common room held up by wooden pillars, and there's wood tables and chairs of different sizes and shapes everywhere. And you can head in there, and Tintus and Alandra are in there, and they are happy to greet you, happy to feed you, and give you something to drink, all for free. They also still have some rooms upstairs. Tintus is this dark brown furred Ungul. And he says, well, you still haven't had any travellers. You're welcome to stay once again for free, of course. And may I say, thank you so much for what you've done. And Alandra's like,
yeah, thank you. We can't thank you enough. Hopefully we'll have trade again in Verdelade.
It won't take long before word spreads.
And even Elder Mary Laguthia will kind of come in with this big magical looking druid staff, come in and kind of sit down and perhaps drink some wine. And many of the Ungul come in here, and perhaps there is even a small a couple of Ungul, a couple of elderly Ungul that play like a flute and a lyre, and maybe like recite some poetry and this sort of thing. It's fairly lively. It's raining really heavily outside. The thunder is like crashing from time to time. But you're able to enjoy yourselves. And do you do anything else for the rest of the day?
At the party?
At the party or in the town or...
Okay.
How drunk do you get, if at all?
I get pleasantly tipsy.
Pretty fucked up.
Actually, cosplay.
Various Ungul that you've never met come and shake your hands and offer you drinks. They seem pretty keen to get you drunk.
I will drink every drink that is given to me. And I will not just drink it, I'm gonna scull it. That is going down the hatch.
Oof.
Give me a con save.
That's what I was looking for.
Ooh.
I think your evening ends a little bit pukily.
I can back it up like a champ. I wipe off, I come back in, I'm ready to party again.
Oh, look at Yao Mei. Sick of winging. He's action surging on those beverages.
Action surge skull another beverage.
Yep. My extra attack is another drink. Ooh. And I'm mixing my liquors, that's the problem.
When it comes to memory checks, that's you have disadvantage.
Yeah, in the morning, no idea what I was doing.
Twig, I think I'll be in charge of survival. We head into the forest tomorrow.
I can get us home now. I got it. And I try and pull up my map. It's gibberish. I can't read it.
That's the plate. Yao Mei.
I know that. I knew what that was. I was joking. You got me.
Yeah.
At some point, I devolve into canine. I'm not speaking the same language as anyone, and everyone's just like, "Yep, cool."
Someone's got the pendant, right?
Yeah. You're just howling at the moon. Windaris will join you. I think I'm doing it right.
You gotta get the trunk up higher.
That's
Reach
the trunk.
to the moon.
I'm gonna somehow like find a small gang of young kids, and I'm gonna chase them around with my finger of withering.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of people of fighting age are absent in the village, but yeah, there would be some younglings, some fawn, and some elderly, and so yeah, you can find a few of them to chase them around. They kind of play hide and seek with you. But you also notice that Jefferson is kind of sitting just off some way, kind of nursing a drink by himself, and he remains pretty somber throughout this event. And maybe he even turns in early. You kind of see him like head upstairs.
I will, before he goes, just kind of come and like pat him on the shoulder and be like, "I get it, I understand."
Oh, thanks, Yao Mei. I don't know what you're saying, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Yes, that's right. I have had a good night. And I just wander off.
Well, you deserve it, and whatever it was that you said. I'm glad you're able to have a bit of a drink after a long and difficult journey.
I'm gone. I just kind of nod at him and go, "Yes," and I just wander away.
And he kind of turns and says,
Well, good night, everybody. I'm gonna get some sleep now.
Oh, good night.
Good night, Mr. Jones.
and yes, this party continues for the rest of the day into the evening, and maybe Jarek shows up at the Oaken Hall at some point and lets you know that he's finished his work, and eventually things kind of peter out. This sounds like a pretty crazy party. I don't know if there are like fireworks and shit. It's like raining. Like things kind of peter out, and people head off home, sort of running to get out of the rain, back to their houses. And do you do anything before you go to bed?
No.
Yao Mei's probably passed out.
All right. The rain continues. It's this really heavy rain, and oh no, actually, I've changed my dice, so I forgot what they mean. Yes, if you go to sleep sometime in the night, around 4 in the morning, in fact, the rain finally subsides.
So just as before we head off, for anyone that's conscious, Twig and Ratty, do you still need some healing, or you're okay?
If there's spare healing, I'll take a little smidgen.
Okay.
If there's spare.
I'll lay on hands for 10 points.
Oh, that's plenty. That's so much.
5 points.
Yeah, that's
One hand.
That's...
One hand or 2 hands. One hand. One hand.
One hand.
5 points.
Thank you. Oh.
Roti, how you feeling?
Reddy will decline, but then he'll sort of like realize he's got like a stiff back and go to lick his own wounds, I guess, before he goes to bed. I might cast spell as well. Thank you for reminding me.
When you get to our age, oh, jeez.
No, it creeps up on your twig.
Oh, it does, yeah. Boy.
How old is Twig? I thought he was like really young.
He's wise beyond his years.
Who said that?
His 22 years.
22.
I think it was Sherman.
This is a shaman.
And then Mindaris might lay on hands to Yao Mei just to help with his headache for tomorrow morning for like 3 points.
The drunken hiccups stop.
Yeah.
And upstairs would be, like in these 4 rooms, they're just really communal sleeping areas with probably furs on the ground, maybe some hay or something like that. Perhaps some cushions, stuffed cushions, but yeah, mostly not really beds so much, just a sort of a communal sleeping area. And do you do anything else in the night? Does anyone else want to do anything for the long rest?
Vindaris will...
You will learn another language. Sorry, Vindaris. Go ahead.
That's okay. He probably won't go to sleep straight away. He'll probably just sit up in his room and just thinking like what's coming up ahead with this darkness and these visions that he's had. They've always been sort of playing in the back of his mind. He's just been distracted with the Grimbower. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, you know that were you given the name of the Owlfolk village by the Bearfolk? Well, I guess if you can't remember it, then you've forgotten it.
Oh, my keen memory. Oh, my excellent memory. Jeez, that was a while ago.
Stannis Branimir. He told you at least that it is somewhere to the sort of southeast of Verdelade. But yeah, you feel this task calling to you for sure. You even feel this strange urge to head in that direction. But you can all wake up the next day. The music starts abruptly. Wakes you up.
Oh, interesting bird song.
It's the alarm. I asked for the alarm to be set.
Maybe actually what you hear is actually Jefferson getting up and sort of getting his gear together and sort of he has also the people of Verdelade have given him some clothes and some provisions in a backpack. And he sees some of you waking up.
Oh, Good morning. I didn't want to wake you.
Good morning, Jefferson.
What's he doing?
I think I'm on my way out.
Oh, whereabouts are you off to?
I want to look for my people.
Yes, that makes sense. It's you're missing your people. Could you hold off till midday? I have something for you. Something as a thank you for assisting us.
I think he would have already received, because I think I kind of realized it wouldn't take that long, because he just sort of has to hammer the weapons up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think. I mean, I'm just kind of. I don't really know much about bronze working, but I think it's one of the conveniences of bronze is that you can just sort of kind of sharpen it. So yeah, I think that Jarek would have, maybe when he came to the Oaken Hall, he brought the weapons with him, kind of wrapped in a bundle.
Ah, fantastic. I would like to give Mr. Jones the custom-made scimitar that Jarek has amended or modified for his use as a thank you for
Well, that
assisting.
would be different, wouldn't it, if it's actually cutting down a scimitar in size? How would he do that exactly? We'll say he was able to do it in that time, though. But I guess he maybe kind of like snapped off some of the blade and created like a new handle and whatnot. So it's like, yeah, small enough for Jefferson to use.
He says, "Oh, wow, thank you so much. Oh, this will come in handy."
Kind of like tests the weight of it. It's like,
I can definitely use this if I should, in a pinch.
Yes. And I might is Yao Mei still up? Awake? Not yet?
You can probably nudge him awake at this point.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Jefferson, and you would like to explain to Mr. Jones where we're actually held up, where the compound is, where our compound is?
I was just going to ask.
So this is the area that we've
I wouldn't
fortified.
understand you saying that, but yeah.
Yeah, that we're fortified in the Ghost Vale. It's a ruined castle. We're trying to make home for now. You're more than welcome to stay with us, with our people. But if you need to go find your people, I know that's in your heart and that's something that you need to do.
Well, they were headed in this direction.
He points in the direction of the castle, in fact.
We were headed up in this direction, so I don't think that they'll be very far. If I find them, is it okay if we come and stay at your castle?
Yes, please. But we'll send word back to the castle if we're not there that to expect yourself and your people.
Okay, I know you have to go on this important quest for your god.
That's a lot of unknowns there at the moment. So we'll definitely send. I think throughout the previous night, he would have met our other friends. So if you want to travel back with them, you're more than welcome to. With Brogoska, Parche, and the others.
Well, yeah, maybe I could go with them to the castle first, and then I could search from there. Maybe some of them even would be willing to help me.
Yes, I think it sounds like a plan.
I can be useful as well in return. I'm a good worker.
Yes, Pluto, he's a farmer, and he's been trying to learn the area. And I'm sure you'll be a great assistance.
I'll see if we can communicate with the sign language and such. Or maybe if you could have a word to them to let them know what's happening. I'd appreciate that.
Yes, we'll do.
Thank you, Vindaris, and thanks to all of you.
Oh.
And good luck.
Is he leaving alone?
Yeah. Oh, I'll just relay what we've mentioned. Oh, he's going to head back with the others.
Oh, he's with the
Rogoscar
others,
and Parche,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we just need to let them know that that they that he's heading back with them, and that some of his people might join us.
Oh,
About to make him welcome. To
That would
assist
be-
with the day-to-day life.
that would be
Farming in
lovely.
particular.
How many
I-
people? I'm speaking softly because my head hurts a little bit.
Yes. Mr. Jones, again, did you say there was about 50 people previously?
Yeah,
Mouse folk.
probably around 50 now remaining.
You're about 1/10 the size of me, so that's only like about 5 Pindarises.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I think we'll make do. We can't let our comments struggle. We'll make it work.
People who know the land could help anyway, right? So
Many
That
of
would
us
be
are
good.
prepared. I'm carrying many of our possessions, and we're good workers, farmers.
That's what we like. So we'll definitely also mention that to whoever's left in camp, Rogoscar, Parche.
Yeah, you can head downstairs and find many of them. A few of them nursing headaches, especially Parche.
Parche.
You can speak to Hembe as well, the hippopotamus folk. She says, she listens to what you say and says, yes, of course we will look after the young mouse folk. And perhaps we can even help scout the area and see if we can maybe help to find some of his kin.
That would be very much appreciated, Hembe. I might also leave these additional weapons with yourself that you can bring back to camp. If that's okay.
Yes, we should be able to carry some things, although we have acquired many items ourselves. But we also traded with the goods that we brought here. She wouldn't have to think about it in this way. It's like, yes, that should be... How many weapons are you giving her?
Oh, not many. Like 2 or 3 spears, I think.
Okay. Let me
I'll just
see.
have a look.
The tribe. Are you able to drag them into the tribe folder? Can you see the tribe folder?
Yes. I'll have a look now. Bronze spear.
I might also give. I've got a couple of arrows, but I don't have a bow. I was collecting those for the tribe, so I might hand those up as well.
Okay. You can do that.
Can I also give some stuff to the tribe? Mainly flint and fire stuff.
Yeah, they'll take some flint.
I can't drag.
Can't drag
and
it?
Jump into. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
me
worries.
neither.
I will do that for you. So, Vindaros, what did you want to get rid of?
2 flint spears. I'll just get around that.
2 flint spears. All right. 2 flint spears. Okay.
I'll remove
them.
1 javelin, bronze javelin.
Bronze javelin. And I'll remove that one as well. Okay.
Oh, you got rid of them all.
That was how many there were, I think.
Oh, sorry. I just deducted 2.
Oh, you had already deducted them.
Yeah.
Shit, sorry. Okay.
That's okay. I can put those back.
Are you able? Can you put them back?
Yeah. Oh, I think so. I'll just add it.
Well, I'll put it in there for you because you won't have
Okay.
like one with weight. I've already forgotten what the fuck it was.
Flint spear.
Flint spear. Where is it? Flint spear. Okay. So you just want 2 of them remaining?
Correct.
Okay. And the bronze javelin, was it?
Yeah, bronze javelin's in there still. I had originally 4. I just dropped it to 2.
Okay, sweet.
Thanks.
I'm confused. So you gave them a bronze javelin there? Where did that go?
Correct. Oh, yes, sorry, yeah, correct. I just minused 1.
Yeah, maybe I gave a bronze spear instead. I'm a bit confused about what I've done. It's alright. I'll put 1 bronze javelin in the tribe folder. Okay, and Twig. What did you want?
Yes. I put the 6 pieces of flint.
Yep.
And pyrite.
Pyrite. Where is the pyrite? Is it just something you've
down
added?
in in the
Oh,
loot.
here it is, pyrite. Yep.
And also the tinder pouch, which is right above it.
Tinder pouch. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
And
Darius,
yep.
oh, sorry. I would just like to ask the party, in particular, Yao Mei, I still got your bone carver's tools, 2 sets. Did you want to send 1 back with the party?
Yes, that was what I was going to ask. So I don't think we need 2 with us.
Yeah.
I don't know if we
Okay.
even need 1, but maybe just in case.
Bone carver's tools. Where are they? Tools. Okay.
And also 1 set of woodcarver's tools.
Woodcarver's tools. I'll let you reduce the
Yeah, I'll reduce
ones in
it.
your
Yeah,
inventory.
cool.
And Yao Mei, did you want to give them something as well?
Yeah, I was just going to give them my 2 flint arrows. And just in case they needed it, I was going to give them 1 of my torches as well.
Okay.
Just for the way back in case they needed it at some point.
Alright. Where are the flint arrows? Flint arrows. Okay, cool. And I'll delete them from your inventory.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll just let you reduce 1 of the torches, especially if they're going to use it on the way home. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, can I also give them 1 of my wood tablets? Because I've got 2. I don't think I need them both.
Okay.
And I'll just reduce that by 1.
All right. Wood tablet. Sweet.
And I think that's it. Oh, I have so much more room for activities now. Guess we better find Elder Laguthia. Vindaris, I think you had some questions to ask. Oh, my head hurts.
Did you want to find Elder Laguthia again?
Yes. Yeah, to ask her.
Yeah, you can find her at her house, which is just nearby the center of town, and she is kind of tending to some flowers in her garden. She looks up as you come and sort of leans on this magic druid staff and says,
Hello again. I trust you are well rested.
Yeah, most of us. No, we are well rested. And he would have organized maybe a pot of tea from the inn to bring to her as just a morning beverage.
Oh, thank you. Very kind.
Yes, I heard it was to your liking.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
she sniffs at it.
Very nice.
Yes, this is my favorite tea, in fact.
She sips at it.
Oh, still hot.
I wonder if we could have a moment of your time
Of course.
this morning. We've also had we've also been sent. Now, how do I phrase this? We've also had we're on a mission from God. Or a God. Yeah, I was just waiting to use that.
We're on a mission from God.
Yes, so I've had a vision of a city I don't believe it's not too far from here, in the southeasterly direction.
It was just a town.
A town, an island where it's occupied by a lot of owlin as well.
No such thing as owlin. I don't know what that is. Never heard of that.
Was it owlin?
I don't know what owlin is. That word makes no sense to me. Sounds copyrighted vaguely.
Okay.
Perhaps you mean owlfolk.
No, owlfolk, yes.
He's trying to speak the wrong language for a minute there. He just got confused.
Yeah. Owlfolk.
I thought you were talking gibberish for a moment. I thought perhaps you'd lost your mind after the Grimbower.
Yeah, no, it was lost in translation. Lost in translation. And we believe there's a darkness within that area that is creeping up and planning to take over the land, and it looks like it's starting from that village. Would you happen to know anything about that? Is it built over anything in particular?
There has been for some time an Animalfolk community some way to the south, several kilometers or so. They have not yet been discovered by the Suskin, and they remain independent. They call their village Tree Hollow Towers. We have not interacted with them for some time, although occasionally they will come through here looking to trade, although again not for a year or so. But I cannot speak of any darkness. I have not felt anything like that. Nor has it been whispered about by the trees.
Can I bring out Yao Mei, can I have your map for a moment?
Pull out the map, hand it over.
And just, whereabouts is it from Verdelade? You said to the south. How many days travel?
When you point at the map, you actually feel this strange sensation where your finger is drawn to the southeast of Verdelade, and you feel this kind of energy welling up inside you, this strong urge to go in this particular direction to the south. And she says, she sees you pointing in this area. She says,
"It is approximately where you are pointing."
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that.
About 15 kilometers, I would say, from here.
Okay, the Elffolk there. What do you know about their culture, their characteristics?
What would you like to know?
Are they of friendly nature, or are they more? Are they very defensive?
Those who have come through Verdelade have been pleasant enough.
Okay.
We have had no trouble from them. But I cannot say much about their village. I have not been there.
Do many travel in that direction, that part of the lands?
There is no path to Tree Hollow Towers. They are a relatively isolated settlement. We don't hear of many folk going through that way. But as I said, once in a while they have come through here. They pass through the forest sometimes. But yes, they are fairly isolated.
Okay. Yes, we're definitely heading in that direction to assist. We fear there's great danger there.
Well, if you are drawn again into great danger, then I wish you luck on your quest.
Thank you. Thanks for your hospitality.
Is there anything I can do for you to help you and your party? Anything I can offer? Other than the gold I have given you, which I feel is but a pittance of what we owe you.
No, that's more than enough. To see this land back and thriving to what it should be is also a gift. But you have been very hospitable, so that's been very, very much appreciated.
You are always welcome here.
Thank you. That's a lot of that's information to think about before we head out again.
I hope that it helps.
Yes, it has. Thank you.
Vindaros,
Yes.
can you ask when the festival is? I don't want to miss it.
Which festival?
There's what was Spring Festival, I think.
Oh, coming up. Oh, yes. By the way, when is the spring festival?
Let me see. Where are we right now?
I hope the land is healed before then. I'd love to see it. I'll drink everyone.
We are still about 40 days away from the Spring Festival. It is halfway through next month. It is a celebration of the equinox.
And she tells you a beautiful name that they have for the festival.
I'll pass that information on.
Okay, I can't wait. I'm gonna drink everyone under the table.
Please do return. If all goes well, we shall be well stocked by then. And it is beautiful in Verdelade in the spring.
Yes, I think we timed it quite well with the return of the heart of the forest for spring.
Indeed.
Vindaros, you don't mind if I ask something, do you?
No, go for it. I'll pass right independent.
That's well, thank you again for your gifts to us and what you've done for us, and I'm glad we were able to help your people.
Retty Longneck. The thanks is all yours.
I'm just glad that we were able to bring balance back to Verdelade and the forest. But there was something that I was wondering that you might be able to help me with.
Anything.
There was a certain gentleman that we encountered on our way to Verdelade who carried quite a beautiful quarterstaff.
Yes.
When I inquired as to its origins, they mentioned that you might perhaps know more of how to create such a such a piece of art.
Yes. Of course, I will tell you. There is a tree. A spirit tree. Very near here. But it is hidden from the eyes of regular folk. Only one who is attuned to the whispers of the forest can find their way there, and even only then, under the light of the moon. I am confident you could find your way there, if you look for it at night. The tree is guarded by fairies of the Fae from Elfine. It is a magic tree. If you would go there and win these fairies over, they may be willing to gift you a piece of the tree, as they did to me.
She holds out her staff for you.
Thank you for sharing this with me. And I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
If you go there, be careful not to insult or offend the fairies. They are mischievous folk that speak in riddles. They may try to trick you. They will ask something of you, perhaps a sacrifice. Be prepared. I have faith that you will be able to pass whatever trials they set for you.
These fairies are dangerous. They have ill intent towards the people here.
The beings of Elfine are unpredictable. It cannot be said that they are either of ill intent or of friendly. It is forever a mystery what it is that they actually want in the world. They do not value the same things as those who live in a centers do. I can only caution that you be wary of them.
Thank you for your advice. And again, I hope to find this tree, and perhaps we can compare quarterstaffs at some point in future.
The tree is directly to the south of here. It is only about 1 kilometer or so. You will find it if you listen to the voices, to the whispers of the spirits of the forest.
Is there anything you recommend that we bring to offer these fairies that you know of?
I have heard stories. I believe it changes all the time. Like I said, it is hard to predict. Simply keep your wits about you. And be honest. And do not offend them.
I thank you for your help with this.
Once again, thank you, and good luck.
I guess we start heading off.
I was gonna suggest, should we, even though Vindaris, maybe we go back to the inn just to have a round table conversation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, even though Vindaris wants to head off straight away, we've had a long rest, but we haven't had a full rest.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if we stayed a bit longer. I'm fully healed, but
and we can assist where we can around town, and then we'll head off straight away after that.
A full rest, I'll say, will take you another 2 days.
I definitely think it's a smart move.
Vote for full rest. For fools.
yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah, they will definitely welcome you back. at the Oaken Hall, and they, of course, you can stay as long as you like. And you can meet with the other tribe members and discuss with them the situation. Many of them are eager to go back, and they are happy to head back on their own. They feel like it's a pretty short distance, and they're happy also to take Jefferson Jones with them. He doesn't want to linger long, and they are also keen to get back, so they'll probably leave before you do.
Nice, and we'll just leave word with them that we're heading further south.
Yeah, they wish you luck. And yeah, they probably head off sometime around just before midday.
Good luck, guys. I hope everything goes smoothly. I hope I can find my people, and I'll see you again shortly. I'm sure I will. Farewell.
Until next time, Jefferson.
Yeah, the group of them kind of head back up this valley, up this path, back into the forest. You see Rye at the back with this goat on a leash. See you later. Good luck again.
That man is magic.
The goat whisperer.
Should be 2 goats by now. Come on, right?
You mind if I rustles up some ingredients for a familiar soup? I wish to get.
Go.
I wish
Go
to
for it.
get spell components.
You can definitely go to see Zena, the young girl at her house that is sort of looking after the sale of spell components and other magic items and things. And she welcomes you into her house again. She's got all these different colored armbands made of string, wool, and beads. And she just says,
Welcome back. What can I get for you?
I like a handful of charcoal, dandelion, wormwood, a metal receptacle.
well, so I think you've already got the metal receptacle, right?
No, I don't have it. I think I might have given it to Pindaris actually, because it was quite heavy.
Do you have a brass mug? Is that what the
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Charcoal, dandelion, wormwood. 10 of each, please. 10 of your finest wares.
She says,
I'll give you a set of summon familiar components for 10 gold pieces each.
10 gold pieces each. Okay, so is it 10 gold for each platinum?
yes.
Okay. Do you mind if I get like 5 of these components for myself?
No, go for it.
That's 50.
We like that.
Yeah. Okay, I've called him Leaf.
Leaf.
Get ready to meet Leaf, guys.
Pick and leaf. It's perfect.
Thank you. Thank you, Lady Zena. Is
there anything else?
Would she be interested in any of these gems? Or would she know anything about these gems that I have?
What do you say to her? How do you-
I'll bring out each of these gems. Say, do you know these are worth?
Oh, yes. I should be able to maybe give them a look. What gems do you have?
A pearl, a valuable pearl, obsidian, citrine, moonstone. I have a lot of gems.
Okay, so we'll just do one at a time. So the pearl, she says, "Oh, this is a spell component, but this would if you want, I would take this off your hands for I pay you perhaps 80 gold pieces for it."
Oh, I might ask Reddy if he needs this.
Can I think about it for a second?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think so. There.
Maybe we'll come back to that one. But okay. How about this obsidian?
The obsidian. That's interesting. Hold on. Obsidian is potentially also a spell component. How much do you have of it?
1.
That's probably worth about five gold pieces.
Okay. This might also be a spell component. Ready? You want to have a look at this as well? Maybe we'll come back to that one too. Oh, the citrine.
Citrine, she can tell you that those are worth
20 gold pieces each.
Ooh. Very good. Oh, this moonstone.
Moonstone. Those are also worth 20 gold pieces each.
Hey. Moss agate?
Moss agate.
Where's moss agate? Where is that?
5 gold pieces each.
Yay.
You can go ahead and sell those.
Sell these?
Yeah, if I need pearls, I can go have a look down the river.
I don't know. This is a pretty valuable one. It seems like so round and perfect.
She clears her throat and kind of like looks a little bit awkward. She's like,
That pearl's probably worth more like 100 gold pieces. I'm sorry, I'm used to... My parents have taught me to be a bit of a ruthless bargainer. But after what you've done for the village... But you could use that I believe in an identify spell.
Ah.
if I remember correctly. I think it's a pearl.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll hold on to this one for now. But would you want the obsidian, the citrine, the moonstone, or moss agate?
Me? Or...
Oh, sorry, no, to sell. Unless you want it for spell components.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll happily trade with you if you would like coins for those. I have enough.
Yes, please.
Do you want to...
Awesome. Twig, what about these two?
What two?
These two. I've got opaque dark blue gem with yellow flecks.
Ooh.
And opaque black gem.
Opaque. Okay.
I see Vindaris and I like unload my gems as well.
Alright. So I guess we just work out the total of them all, and then if you guys want to remove them and add your coins, I'll leave that up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one's first?
Yeah, so those ones... Did you note those ones down that you've got, Twig?
They're in my inventory. Yeah, I've noted the price down.
Okay. Are you able to give me the total of those?
Okay, give me 1 second.
And then Vindaris, what did you have?
Opaque dark blue gem with yellow flecks.
Opaque dark blue gem with yellow flecks. Interesting. Dark blue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Strange. Why do I insist on doing it this way? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah, those are lapis lazuli, 5 gold pieces each.
Okay. I'll note that. And just opaque black gem.
Opaque black gem, that's obsidian, 5 gold pieces each.
Okay, cool, thanks.
So yeah, you can work out the total and trade them for gold. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Let me delete them.
And what did you have ready?
I had dark grey stone with red flecks
Okay,
and
dark.
32 blue-green gemstones.
I think that was the bloodstone.
That was bloodstone from today.
The
Did you say
grey with
dark-
red flecks.
Did you say dark grey with red flecks?
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay. Those are bloodstones, so 20 gold pieces each for those. The blue-green gemstones. Oh yeah, you've got that. That's 5 gold pieces, so she'll take those. Was there anything else?
That's all Reddy's got.
Yeah, you can go ahead and trade those.
What do I do with all these coins?
You collect them, and then you count them, and then you feel good, and then you do it again.
I don't know about all this.
It's okay. I don't like the money thing either. They can deal with that.
Probably approaching midday now. And the sky is actually cloudy once again. It's not too cold, but there's a pretty strong wind blowing. And you think that the rain may return soon.
Well, it's a good thing we're not leaving.
Yeah, so if you want to spend the next 2 days here taking a full rest, you can do that. So, full rest. Let me see. What does this take us to? Stay to. Okay. What do you do during the full rest?
Just
What does
curious,
everyone
what days is it in total? How many days have we been here?
This will be 3 in total.
Oh no, I mean in the whole camp. Do you have a running total for since we landed?
Oh, of the campaign?
Yeah.
Let me get back to you.
Okay.
25 days. That's a number I just pulled out, and I'm completely guessing. But it feels like
I like it.
it feels like 25 days.
I'm gonna say 24.
Are we just taking bets now? Whoever gets closest wins. What do we win if we get it right?
Get to be the group leader.
It is actually 33 days. I was able to count it. It'll be 33 days by the end of the full rest.
Oh, nice.
Not too far off. Look at us go.
But yeah, not hard to survive. They will feed you and water you. But yeah, do you do any downtime?
I I would like to spend another couple of days trying to learn Boorish. I think they speak Boorish here, right?
Yeah. In fact, there would even be there would even be a Lexitor here in the camp, living near a small barracks on the edge of the town. And they, if you want to learn Boorish, you'd be directed to him, and he will happily teach it to you. It is kind of his role, sort of what he's supposed to do. So yeah, you can definitely learn Boorish for 2 days.
Oh, thank you. Is that just 2 off my total then?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll do that now then. Thank you.
I mean, if it's a full rest, because what did you do for the first day? You can't. Yeah, you sort of walked around. You weren't.
We sort of spent like a half day preparing stuff, getting information, and then.
Yeah, I think 2 days.
Yeah, cool.
Anyone else do any downtime activities?
Vindaros will like to forage, to prepare for preparing head south for herbivore rations.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. Okay, herbivore rations. So you're just going to spend this entire time doing that?
That and also assisting around camp. So I'm not sure how you would want to break that up.
Up to you. But it's 1 day per thing,
yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So I'll say 1 day foraging and 1 day assisting, gathering firewood, prepping fields if need be prepped for.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, you need to do sort of selfless acts for 3 days.
Okay, I'll just say foraging then.
Okay.
For 2 days.
All right, foraging for a couple of days. So the full-time foraging. I don't have a clear way to do this. Let me think.
I'm sure he would ask in town before he heads out for foraging, like, who's after herbivore rations, where they're more plentiful spots, or where it's more common to find them.
Yeah, you can definitely roll with advantage. They would give you some advice in that regard. It is still winter, so it'll still be a little bit difficult, but yeah, they can tell you some sweet foraging spots. And I mean, they can give you some food, although yeah, a lot of their crops have been dying, so they're pretty short on food, really.
Plus, yeah, he feels bad just relying on them as well.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a survival check at advantage for both days.
So that's the first day. And the second day.
Okay. And you're just looking for any kind of food?
Correct.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Sorry, bear with me. Around this forest. So you can find 4 rations worth of winter and spring. You're not going to find any of that. Let me see. Yeah, I'll say 4 rations worth of mushrooms, oyster mushrooms. Find a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Although, let me see. The thing about them, they look like oyster mushrooms. You're not 100% sure.
Is there any way I can help out Renderos? I was hoping to just learn Savannah Common for these 2 days, so I'm wondering if I was just sort of shadowing Renderos and trying to learn from him.
I'm generally saying that in the downtime, well, yeah, I mean, I guess if you're kind of both doing the same activity, it would be the same as like when you're adventuring together. Yeah, that's all right.
I don't really want to do anything separate. I just want to give him a little boost if I can.
Yeah, that makes sense. Although he already has advantage on these checks, but you can have a look at these mushrooms, though. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I thought it might be useful. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a nature check. Oh, that was loud. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, you actually think that these are like psychedelic mushrooms, not oyster mushrooms.
Okay, so I better put them down as something else in my consumables.
Drug mushrooms. Yeah.
Special mushrooms.
We're gonna have a real good
Special
trip.
mushrooms.
Party round 2.
I mean, I can't be sure, Renderos. Obviously, I've never used them before myself.
We might use them in the stew or something.
I don't know how you know, but
other.
that's what they would do.
Legendary.
Okay, what else do you find? You also find... you find nothing again because of the winter. It's just real hard going out here. And you also find... you find some winter purslane. It's like a succulent with edible leaves and stems. I think you can eat the flowers as well. Just looks like this kind of like little shrub with these like flat little green green petal-y flower things. And you find... where did that D4 go? You find only one ration of this. And I'll roll one more time. I think he's just spending all this time doing it. Oh, nothing again. Winter is hard. That's all you find. You found like one ration in 2 days. Is that all you found? And some magic mushrooms. Shit.
Full magic mushroom.
All the good spots have already been picked clean by the local village who were struggling with their farming, so that's fair enough, I guess.
It makes sense. It makes sense. All right.
Can Twig take out his runes and his enduring rune book, and I guess he's got a bottle of ink. So he's gonna go to maybe the nearest graveyard. Do they have graveyards? Somewhere.
I think that they would have... Maybe they have like a place in the trees at the top of the valley that is where they bury their dead amongst the trees.
He's gonna ask for permission to go there and sit for a couple of days.
Yeah, Mary Laguthia is happy for you to go there.
Thank you. And he's gonna go and transcribe his runes into the Enduring Rune Book with the feeling of death around him to help him concentrate.
So you want to inscribe like all of your runes that are on pieces of bark?
Yeah.
Okay. I think, have you looked up?
So I think it'll take an
forget.
hour per rune to transcribe, because it's a rune that I've known and I've already transcribed.
Nice.
And so over 2 days, it's like 6 hours a day.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember my
If you're
rules.
copying a rune you wrote previously from one place to another, it only takes 1 hour and can be done anywhere
Awesome.
in a graveyard.
Yeah. You can do all that. That seems reasonable.
Great.
But you're not going to inscribe new spells that you have or anything?
No,
Okay.
I cannot.
All right. I'll let you sort of move them over to your enduring spellbook. And you can also throw out the pieces of bark, which will save you a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
Not that much. Well, I don't know what you want to do with your pieces of bark. Actually, you don't need to throw them out, of course.
They're gone.
What do you
like
do
the
with
dead.
them?
Maybe I'll bury them.
They're not bind runes, so you can't like cast directly from them. But you could store them somewhere. You bury them.
Yeah, I'll bury them. I'll bury them along with this mysterious money that I have.
Which money is it?
Uncommon shell, silver ring money, gold ring money.
Oh yeah, so the uncommon shell, I think you've been told, at least
like-
by Everett, that it's just kind of banned by the Suskin, but it is technically money though. And the silver ring money and the gold ring money, you got that on the beach from the Pioneers. That's not really recognized to anyone here, but it would still have some value just given that it's silver and gold. But yeah, you can do what you like, of course. But you would think that it's probably valuable.
Okay, well, maybe I'll hold on to it. For now.
Okay. And does anyone do or say anything else, maybe to anyone else in the party, or is anyone thinking about anything in particular during this downtime? Having any feelings?
No time for those.
Who has feelings when you have drink and psychedelic mushroom?
Can I learn a couple days of Savannah?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
I might just come back and I'm like practicing my boorish. I'm like trying to get the pronunciation right. And it's like a little like right in the back of the throat.
And it rains for a day, and then it stops raining, and then it begins raining again on the last day. And now it's pretty cold. And so as you sort of rise on the final day, after your full rest, your downtime, and you're feeling reinvigorated, it is freezing cold. Not freezing cold, but it's only a couple of degrees. It's pretty fucking chilly, and it's pouring with rain. And it's sometime in the early morning. If you're waking up at presumably around the same time, it's probably a few hours into the day. What do you do?
I reckon we feed and we drink before we leave. so that we're prepared for day one. And Vindaris, I think you have the best guidance in terms of the direction. So I think we're following you.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. Is it also possible if we could purchase like a wet weather cloak before we leave? A fur?
Yeah, so you can go and see the tailor, Glev, the old Ungul, who you previously sold the vestments with the gold weave.
Ah, yes, that's right.
He's glad to see you again, and he can sell you. Let me see. So cold weather gear. Yeah, cold weather clothes will cost 6 gold pieces each.
Liv. Yeah, sorry.
No. Take my money.
Yeah. Glev, very nice to see you again. How did you go with that gold thread? Did you do anything in particular with it? A nice embroidery, possibly?
Yes, I've been mostly just unraveling the gold thread from these vestments. I'm still thinking about what to do with them. Nothing yet.
True. Yeah, true. Not to rush into anything. We were interested in some cold weather gear, if you have some available.
Yes, of course I have some warm cloaks and things, thoroughly made with good protective hoods. I can sell them too for 6 gold pieces each.
That sounds good. How about we are in the lots for like 4 sets of these clothings. Would you consider 20 gold pieces for 4 sets?
You notice Reddy's cold weather clothing that's fitting snugly around his body.
Oh.
What about 3 sets for 15 gold?
Oh, yes, after all you've done, of course it's the least I can do here. I even feel bad about charging you, to be honest, but things have been quite difficult around here for trade, as you can imagine, but yes, 15 sounds very reasonable.
Yes, we have actually had the whole town's been very hospitable, so please don't go out of your way. Yes, 15. We would like to give you 15 gold for these, at least.
Thank you, my pleasure. Here you go. I have different sizes. We have different folk coming through here, so I'm well prepared for that.
He'll kind of hand over some warm cloaks.
Thanks. I'll add that too.
Probably like even maybe a thick woolen tunics,
also?
even, and maybe some slacks.
Thank you.
Am I able to wear like clothing underneath my armor?
Yes.
The ringmail? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to spend like 20 minutes in this shop taking off the armor, putting on the clothes, putting the armor back on.
You're like, can you get another size? This one's a bit snug. This one's a bit loose.
I want a cloak with a hood that my ears can poke out of. Do you have one of those?
Oh, yes, of course, yes. I myself would wear such a cloak if I wore a cloak.
Thank you.
Dig you out a cloak with ear holes.
Great. I make sure my ears like poke up through and just like, okay, cool. Range of motion.
There's probably actually not that many cloaks in this land that don't have ear holes.
You just have to get the ones with the right shape of ear hole.
Yeah,
There you go,
yeah.
so hat again.
Specific ear shape.
Darius's ear holes.
Exactly. You just have to. Yours is just like a poncho, like it's just open. It's just about finding the right size ear hole, the right shape, so that's like snug, but not like too snug for ears to kind of twitch. That's all.
But yeah, is there anything else before we finish up the session? We'll leave it with you kind of leaving the town. Go ahead, Anna.
Just before we leave, I wish to summon Leaf.
Yeah, so that'll take you like an hour. You can easily do that. You can summon Leaf. And yeah, make sure you use the spell components and everything. Anything else? Alright, sweet. So you can head into the forest in the rain, and are you just heading directly to the south? And where are you going, actually? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So in the morning we had a meal and water as well for the day or something. Yeah, okay, cool. Just making sure.
To the tree.
Three Hollow Towers, I think was the name.
Oh, wait.
If everyone's cool going there.
And stopping first at the tree?
Unless, I don't know if Reti said.
I would have told everyone. But I'm not. Let's probably go first.
We should... I don't know.
Maybe we'll pass it when we sleep.
Sorry.
You do think that the tree is much closer than Tree Hollow Towers.
Yeah, that was 1 as opposed to 15 kilometers away.
Yep.
The tree was 1 kilometer away.
Okay, imagine if you had the staff. And it was like so powerful. And then nothing can stand in our way.
Indestructible.
You make a good point, Twig.
Alright, and you have completed the Grimbower. So you should receive enough XP, I believe, to bring you to level 6.
Awesome.
Nice.
6.
That's such a big number. It's 1 more than 5.
And yeah, what is the plan? Do you wish to? Well, you can go wherever you want, to the tree or Tree Hollow Towers. Up to you. I guess we'll just see what you want to do next week.
Yeah, the only thing is we keep in mind that you have to go there at night, so we have to spend another day.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe
Which is fine.
I mean,
Yeah, because it's only probably sometime in the mid-morning now.
yeah. I'm easy.
we're possibly coming back to Verdelade anyway.
Yeah, maybe we can stop up on the way through afterwards.